with your members? What was the deal you guys had for the shot? You said they're gonna
$17. $17. Oh. I owe the audience a shot, and my haters are just itching. Welcome haters, welcome lovers. The haters are itching to see Tony Denaro drink, so they got some scuttlebutt to talk about. Let's do it live. Come on, guys. You know you want it. I saw Tony Denaro take a drink. You can't trust anything he says. I guess you fucking never heard of Roaring Kitty, motherfuckers.
Oh, right.
Sorry, I said a bad word in the first 30 seconds of our live. You know, Roaring Kitty used to crack back a beer every night, and you guys want to hate on anyone that dares to have a drink on their Wednesday night. Come on, man. I guess you got nothing better to bitch about.
No,
you guys are, woo, get me hot.
Get me hot and bothered. Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? We got
howdy.
87 in the chat. I see we got Michelle, Yucca Fritter, D. Good evening. IP'd. How you doing tonight? Just another ape. You are not late. Dufresne in the house. Sub the boss. Drain Cleaning Australia. Yucca Fritter. Ape Blazing does stuff. Lupe, what's up, my friend? I'll stop at Eric and let you take on from Eric.
All right, I'm going to call out the members of my channel. I see here Sufyan in the house, CPA, Sufyan, Ape Blazing. Thank you for joining us. Who else we got? Tally Foreman and other subs to the channel. Tristan Proudmod, dude on the couch. I don't know how many of these you already read off, Mass. Young Joe, dude on the couch, trading sideways. Cole Trickle, DevStat, Bell Biv, Devo. DevStat, Mark, Drain Cleaning Australia. Welcome to our favorite subscriber from Australia. Eric, how you doing, friend? Jesse Matthews, Physiologist, 69, our favorite number for physiologists.
I got you.
Main Law, Tyler, the deaf guy. That is his name. I'm not being racist.
No.
His screen name is the deaf guy. We know him as Tyler, his mild-mannered self. Yuka Frida, Silver Surfer, Hope for a Generation. Can it be? What's going on, guys?
Good evening. Good evening.
Thank you for spending a few minutes or a few hours, you know, if this goes well, of your evening with us.
Yeah, we'll probably be here for a bit, right? I think.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. Is anybody else live tonight, or does anyone know, chat? By the way, good evening, everyone. Does anyone know, chat? Is there anyone else crazy going live tonight? Interesting to know. Free Kekistan, what's up, my friend?
I was going to go live today during the day, but the drama's still running amok in the AMC community, Massalorian. I know you've been out of pocket, and I was chatting with the Discord members all day, and I said if we get to 18, I will by then owe 3 shots to my audience, 3 shots. And I will definitely go live because I don't want it to be 4 tomorrow when we hit 19. But we never did. We got 1773 today. What a day. There were a couple interesting plays today. GameStop, AMC. What else? Tblt was a good run today for those that were playing that.
Had a nice run. Yeah.
We'll talk about all these stocks and maybe a couple of other ones, and maybe I'll talk about the new rules for my channel later on. Once we get all the niceties out of the way, the formalities, the hellos,
all the formalities,
the hellos, and how you doing?
Yes. I see AB is in the house tonight.
What's up, AB?
Mike, King of the North, Mark, Arthur Martin. Good evening. PVV, Katie Sweaty, BBD, Mitch Matters. Thank you so much, my friend. Mitch Matters says, pair character. Oh, that's the descriptive thing. Pair character flying in the air with a red cape and a smile on his face. Thank you, sir. Roe, Edward Alex. Good evening. I got Mike, LA, Eric Bissell, Kim A, Rafi Demainer, Jesse Matthews, and Main Law. All right. I think we're caught up to the bottom.
Eric wants to know, Massalorian, since I'm wearing Superman today, if you were a superhero, who would you be?
Oh, good question. Oh, I have a question for you after this. If I was going to be any superhero, who would I be? I don't know why, but I would want to be Thor just because of the build. Is he so ripped? Yeah.
Can't complain about that, I guess.
No.
I always liked Wolverine growing up. I don't know why.
It's a good one. That's a good one. Someone's asking about Discord in the chat, Tony. Jesse says, where can we join Discord?
Oh, the Discord is free for anyone that is supporting the channel. I don't talk about it. You guys watch my videos. You know, I never bring it up unless you ask. But you just hit the join button on YouTube or go over to Patreon, whichever one you want. They both get you free access to the Discord. 16 cents a day and tons of good questions and answered stocks, options, crypto, real estate from myself and everybody in the Discord. Great group of folks. And when I'm not on camera, pretty much 20 hours a day, I'm in the Discord.
Nice. Beautiful. Main Law says, I feel like you guys have a lot of information to get into tonight. Main Law, I think you might be onto something. I think we got a lot of things to discuss, so we will do that. BBD says it's much more enjoyable watching my right. Isn't it nice to see the number changing in the other direction for once? Man, some of us forgot how that feels like for a while. It's been a bit. It's been a bit.
I'm trying not to get too excited. I mean, we're not over 20 yet, but it's been nice. It's been nice to see these days. Green, 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 green.
It has. Arthur's saying no mods yet. Let's go wild, people. Don't get any ideas. With respect, KD Sweaty says, I think the market is getting smoked as we speak and will continue until lunch tomorrow. Prayers, minimal GME and AMC impact.
I got a big worry. Maybe I'm just getting paranoid now because you know how Wall Street is. I got a big worry they're gonna the rug pull us next week when it comes to Jerome Powell, and that this is like some sort of bull trap on every stock, not just AMC and GameStop. But we'll see. You know, crypto's running up. Why? No one knows. That even the people on TV can't answer all the talking heads. Now, what do you guys think? What do y'all think? What's going on? Did we hit the bottom and bounce, or is this a bull trap?
You know, honestly, to be honest with you, it seems like to me we're getting two different scenarios from two different sides of the table. We're hearing one thing from all the experts, supposed gurus on TV, and the government saying something totally different, that we're going to be coming back. We're going to do a soft landing. The Fed saying we're going to be all right at the end of the day. I feel like we're getting two different stories from the same ultimately in charge.
Expectations are baked in. Don't worry. Next week's going to be fine. It's all going to be good.
I mean,
we've heard that before.
I know. I mean, to an extent, it's true. A lot of this is baked into the market already, but we were so over leveraged. I mean, we had so much funny money that needed to be really cleared out, and obviously not by retail, right? A lot of that money was cleared out by the by these guys. So they've gotten a little piece of the pie, I'm sure, on some of the stuff that they lost in those two run-ups in 2021.
Of course, you know, about the time I put my money down betting the downside on Coinbase, that's finally when crypto. I'll take credit. You know, I put a downside bet on Coinbase. Yeah, I bought puts for September, and of course, I caused the bounce on crypto. So you are welcome. All of you who've been suffering, I will take full credit for that.
It is all because it's a
losing a couple $100 on puts, you know, when it's not a big deal. But no. someone needed to stand firm and make a downside bet.
Yep. That's a risk worth taking. SoCal Lape says definitely feels like a bull trap. I hear you, bro. I think that sentiment's well deserved.
Massalorian, have I ever told you just about the time you're ready to buy puts, that's when it's going to bounce up?
Yes, always. That's the story of my life. You kidding me? That is the story of my life.
Freaking crypto, man. They got me.
I know. You know, it was interesting seeing the way GME acted today, just the way we easily broke through that 150 mark, and we had such a hard time last couple of weeks trying to top that. Remember, it was just like a week and a half ago that we were talking about it bouncing off that 149 or 148, or right, coming back down to earth at 134, and we just went right through it today.
Stock split is got people excited. I love to see it.
Stock split does GME.
GME stock split, yeah. This is what we needed. GME needed retail to show up, and of course that buying pressure is causing some of the shorts to get out. So it's a win-win.
Yep. Absolutely. I was looking today earlier. So, like right now, I'm looking at the chart for AMC in particular. Do you have a chart on your somewhere open right now, T, or no?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
You want me to put it up?
Yeah, just for a second. I mean, I just looking at it as we pull out. I mean, it's almost like let me get it up.
Stand by.
I think it's going to be interesting. Like we're in like an inverse head and shoulders pattern right now. Make her big, right? Don't you think?
Yep. Depends on which head are you looking at, right here, or you're looking over here?
Yeah, I guess right there. Right, the second point.
I'm not trying to. You know, it all falls down to: do you want to technically analyze AMC and look for patterns, or do you think that this is a manipulated play?
Yeah.
I think you know, I'm not looking too much. It has been respecting GameStop and AMC, some of the moving average on the 1 and 5 minute, but mostly I think we're just right now the shorts are worried about what is going on with GameStop and with this upcoming quarterly earnings from AMC, and they're just getting out of the way. I need to pull up Ortex and see what that looks like too. I think we're still around 18.5% on the short interest.
I went to go look earlier, and I have to pay again for the new subscription. They cut me out.
This bull run could go all the way up to, you know, $23, depending on what happens with the Fed next week.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's the thing.
That's what I'm worried about. The Fed.
Me too. That's what I'm worried about. Me too. That's my biggest concern. My biggest concern. Let me say hey to some people real quick in the chat. Cast and Blast, good evening. Ayo, good evening. Free Kekistan. I saw Roseanne was in the chat. Thomas B, good evening. Lizzie says it's a trap. It's a trap. Mike Whitley, good evening. Mark. Dino Mike, I got. Mangaku, Tari, Underwood, Lupe, my friend. Kiwi Girl. I think that's where we stopped before. Cassius, I saw. Savvy, Cast and Blast, Miss Gloria, Arthur Martin, good evening. Maggie Mills. And I'm getting close, guys. Carl J, good evening. You want to take some?
Let's see. Roseanne says, I feel like it is a bull trap, but it may be PTSD. Let's see. DevStat, massive crime candle after hours. I saw that. Ms. My man, TA means nothing on GME or AMC. You know, I hate saying that, but I have said it for the last year.
Me too.
I get a lot of shit for saying that. You know,
Me too.
No sense in watching a 45-minute TA video, because I mean, it really just honestly hasn't made, nobody's been able to call TA on this play. So that's why I just don't focus on it, other than on the 1 and 5 minute. You can predict what's likely to happen next on the very short time frame, but we're not playing AMC or GameStop for short time frames. So what's really the point? Just something to talk about.
Yep. Yeah. Like I said, I'm still waiting. Like, I'll honestly get extremely excited once we go past the all-time high. That's when I'll know that things are about to take off. Terry says, I diverse today and bought physical gold and silver. Excellent, Terry. Good way to diversify your portfolio. Devil Inside. Hi, guys from Portugal. Good evening, my friend. Good evening.
Richard's asking about the debt payment. Can we go into our first topic of the night, since this is one of the timely ones, and then we can talk about maybe GameStop?
Let's do it.
I just did a video, you guys, and I put it out maybe an hour ago on the debt, and I'm going to share with you here the 1 minute summary. And I actually forgot to put two when I was editing. There were a couple of cutting room accidents. Some stuff got left on the cutting room floor, but the debt payment high level summary, 72.5 million cut off of the 2026 debt, and that particular lien or that particular loan does have dividend restrictions. So, and it also is for $1.5 billion. Did you know that, Mass?
Yes.
$1.5 billion. So 75 million sounds like a lot, but it did not pay it off. So unfortunately, there's not going to be a dividend. And I mean, AMC's got $5 billion in loans, and another on the liability side of the balance sheet, another 5 billion. Depends on, what website you're looking at for debt. If you want to consider lease obligations a debt, they've got another 5 billion on that. But I mostly just focus on the loans because that's what they're paying that interest payment on. Right. So 72 million, great. It's a fantastic first step. We only got 4.9.5 billion to go. Unfortunately.
Tendy time. Good evening, buddy. He says, dang, I might need to play the lotto tomorrow. Boston on stream while I'm still up. How you doing tonight, my friend? Dino Mike. Debbie Smith says, hey, I'm listening from Salt Lake Airport. Love you both forever to the moon. Thank you, Debbie.
What's up, Debbie?
Have a safe flight wherever you're going. By the way, Debbie, how is the lake out there? Is it about to? Oh, someone said I have an echo.
I'm gonna turn down my volume. It might be mine. Could be.
By the way, I meant to ask you. Oh, two things. I didn't even ask you the thing before. By the way, did you hear? I went back to play a little bit of the live stream from last Friday. Did you notice that there was like tons of clicks and pauses when we were speaking, and gap ups
on the replay?
Yeah,
I noticed there were a couple when you were talking.
Just when
like
I was
when
talking.
You were talking, even live, like right now. Not today, but yes, I noticed you gapped a couple times.
Do you hear it now? No,
I haven't heard it yet.
Okay. No, I didn't hear anyone mention it last time. I didn't realize it till I went back and watched it myself. Thank you, Floyd, for giving us the heads up on that. And yeah, my other question was, and this is something I've been wondering. Maybe I shouldn't ask you on air, but it's probably all right. What if you had your choice to do cover any other subject on YouTube? What would it be?
Oh, if you had your ultimate choice. Cover anything else on YouTube, something to do with fitness and healthy eating.
Okay, nutrition.
Yeah, something to help people, and I considered doing that at one point because I'm pushing 100 years old, and I'm still in pretty decent shape, for being a century old. And
I agree.
I would like to share, my knowledge, 100 years worth of healthy eating, but and help people live a healthy lifestyle and live a long, productive life. No one wants to go into the second half of their life feeling all run down and just, can't do anything. You need to enjoy your entire life, especially if you're sitting on a Moass stock, right? You don't want to at the second half of your life. But what I realized as I was looking into that, Mass, is you can't help people that don't want to be helped. And it's becoming ingrained in our culture that it's okay to be unhealthy. And you think I beat my head against the wall trying to talk to people about stocks? It would be even worse with healthy lifestyles. So I just decided I wasn't going to do that.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Mark, Texan night spot reviews. Debbie says fasting is the magic. Dino Mike says imposter Froggy. What's going on with Froggy? Something's going on with him.
Who
Oh,
asked
about
that?
KC today?
Dynamite?
Yeah, someone said that KC and Froggy were going at it today. I'm not a fan of that guy.
I don't know. You know, I've been taking a break from watching other people because all they want to do is like suck you like a magnet into their own drama, or what's the other word that people used to always say when you put someone's name in the title of a video? Oh, clout chasing.
Cloud chasing, that's it.
Yeah, they
That's
they
it.
want to try and have a conversation with you, but really they just want to get you to comment something so then they can use your name on 4 more videos and talk shit about you. I just like I'm done with all that. I don't have time. We already talked about DRS 1,000 times in the last year, and you guys know my position. I think Moass, yours is probably the same, right?
Yes,
I'm 100% for
absolutely.
DRS. If you want to do it, if you don't want to do it, that's fine with me. I'm personally, I've chosen not to do it, and I've already discussed why. And yeah, do your own DD. If you want to learn more about it, go talk to someone who loves to talk about it. That's all I got to say.
Yes.
I don't want to be involved in any of that drama going on right now. I support both, whichever side you're on. You're not going to get an argument out of me. I just personally chose not to do it.
And
I'm not going. I have nothing bad to say about it.
Yeah, we try to support anyone who is helping or holding AMC, regardless, right? If we don't agree with them, that's fine. But still, I don't want to tear them down or ignore them or anything like that. So I want to show love all the way around if we can to anyone who's holding AMC.
We had an interesting discussion on the Discord today. There were some folks saying, and I kind of agree that if the thesis is that DRS is causing the GameStop squeeze, well, I guess we'll find out. I hope it does. Like, I hope GME runs, and I hope AMC goes with it. But let's just say GameStop squeezes again to 400, 500, 1,000, 5,000. Pick your number. It doesn't matter. Let's just say it squeezes. I'm going to want to know all those people that DRS'd, if they tried to sell, what was their experience, right? Because I have not really heard from anyone who has been in a short squeeze that DRS'd their shares. If everyone comes back and says, no problem, I sold everything at exactly I wanted to sell, man, I will be on 24/7 talking about DRS. Yeah. But if I hear people saying I couldn't sell, the system was clogged up, all I could do was a limit order. I tried to do a market order, but it took 5 days to execute. Yeah, make up your reason. I'm just spitballing here. We're going to either have one or the other, right? Yeah. I want to know what happens when it short squeezes. Who has the example of that? I don't know that it exists. And for that reason, I'm personally staying out of the discussion.
Yeah. Yep. We have our own personal views. And other than that, we're going to go along with you guys and support you, bottom line. And we just give you our opinions. You take that info and do what you like with it. Don't try to push anything on anyone. I got your back either way. Right. That's kind of been at least since me and you started collabing, I think we've pretty much kept that core mission, right? Yeah. Not to try to influence one way or the other too hard either way. Just give the info and you guys, here's our opinion. Now you guys got to take it from there. Lazy Bones says, I'm not with DRS. Your stock can get delisted. Ford's sucking out liquidity. I heard Ford's laying off 20% of what was the number? They're about to lay off a big number of people. Maybe 8,000, something nuts. If I see something that I think is blatantly incorrect, like a stock could get delisted for DRS, I will comment that I have found no evidence of a stock being delisted because of DRS. I've been looking into it on and off for a year. Direct registration has been going on for decades in stocks. Whoever's saying that, I do not agree. I agree with you on that. 100%. Jim Believer says, and by the way, Kua Tamak, thank you, man. Appreciate you hanging with us instead of Al. I just heard Computershare DRS changed the rule on Windows and limit orders. Can we please check? Sure, Jim Believer.
I don't plan on checking on that. Sorry. You can
I could,
check.
I could look into it for a second if I see something.
All right.
Oh, let me grab another question for you. I'm looking at. Hold on.
What does that mean? The rule on Windows of what? The only thing that I know, the only thing that I recall on limit orders from them is that you can't modify a limit order. So you go through the process to set up your limit order, and then if the price runs away from you the wrong direction, like let's say you did your limit order for 500 and AMC went to 480 and you didn't execute. Now you want to go modify it and change it to 470. Well, you can't modify like on your platform. You got to go cancel it and then go through the process again to create a new limit order. And hopefully it hasn't kept running.
That's not good.
If you're a fast hyper, I'm sure no problem. Huh?
Yeah, it's just, that's a situation you don't want to be in, right?
Well, I don't know. Maybe some people want to be in that situation to force a short squeeze, and that's your choice. If you want to be in that situation because you want to see the shorts cover, then knock yourself out. I choose not to do that. That's just my personal choice.
Irishman says, "Who else is sick of Jim Cramer?" Gee, was that clip I saw that's flying around the internet right now? Was that he just said that recently about retail getting out of the market before they get hurt?
I heard him say the other day that retail is not one of us. You guys are not investors. You meme stonkers. You're just degenerate gamblers. Hell yeah, we are, and we embrace it. But I do say to you guys, at least on my channel, please don't. If you're already stuck in this play and this is 100% of your investment and you make money on it, don't do that again. Get a balanced risk managed, a risk balanced portfolio of good stocks with increasing revenues and increasing earnings, a profitable company. And if you want to allocate a portion of your portfolio to short squeezes and gambling plays, I do that every day. You get no argument from me on that. That makes life fun. And if we are right, it makes our returns way better than Wall Street. But if you are not right, and sometimes we're not right on these risky plays, you have all your money riding on one play. That's just not a great life strategy if you plan on investing for the rest of your life.
Yep, words to live by. Maggie Mills says, "What's your opinion if there is a merger with Netflix?" So Maggie, I did a video about that yesterday. T, I haven't heard you weigh in on this at all. What was your take on it? Actually, I don't even think we talked about it yet. Do you have an opinion on that?
My only opinion is I don't want to see any sort of partnership. I mean, partnership with anybody I'd be okay with. Merger or acquisition with Netflix or Disney, I give both of those a thumbs down. We kind of like the Paramount one over here.
You like the Paramount one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'd take a partnership with Paramount. I don't think anyone's going to be doing a merger. Anyone. Partnerships, I think, is what we're most excited about.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's just a guess. Everybody's guessing.
They are.
That's just my thoughts. There's a lot of other opinions out there. We'll find out soon enough.
Yep. Yes, we will. Sean98 says, DTCC is run by market makers and hedge funds, including Citadel managers. How is this not a conflict of interest? Well, the market makers don't have that much sway over the DTCC, right?
Well, the DTCC is an organization comprised of pretty much every major player on Wall Street. So not just market makers and hedge funds, banks, prime brokers, all of them control that organization. So yeah, it's no friend of ours. Let's put it that way. They're looking out for themselves.
Yeah. Yep. Kiwi Girl says DRS did not cause January 28th. Great point, Kiwi Girl. Absolutely. Dev, good evening tonight. Say hey to some people. Bill H, how you doing tonight? I saw Maggie. Acorn was here. Sean 98. Ro, good evening. Daniel, I create my own good luck. Susan Harbor, good evening, girl. Lazy Bones, Mark, Maggie Mills, and I think I'm a little caught up. Carl J, Demeanor, we got Roseanne, Lupe. All right, I'm trying to get caught up here and get some questions up. I did see someone just put something up. This thing is Roseanne put up a comment. Go ahead.
I have a slight modification I want to just share with you guys on my GameStop stock split due diligence.
Yep.
As I continued to get more information in, which still kind of supports my original thesis that this is going to act as there's not going to be hedge funds on Friday out searching for 3 shares, waiting for handouts from Computershare. It's going to act as a stock split. Everybody, including longs and shorts, on Friday is going to wake up and all their positions going to be divided by 4 on shares and on price, and their shares count is going to be multiplied by 4. But I came across some additional info that also kind of ties in with what some other people were wanting to hear, that on a dividend, the shorts have to repay those shares, right?
Yes.
Right. When a dividend is extended by a company and you borrow the stock, you owe the dividend. So just a little bit finer point on that discussion. And it's kind of a middle ground between what I've been saying and what other people have been saying. When it's a non-cash dividend, they're not going to owe anything on Friday, but the 3 shares that they have to cover will be added to their loan amount, to their obligation. So they will, it's just another way of saying what I've been saying. They will have to come up with 4 shares to cover, but also the price has been divided by 4. So if the price didn't change from today to Friday, there's still 0 net difference to them unless you push up the price with buying pressure. And now they've got to buy 4 shares back at an increasing price. So maybe that's confusing. Maybe some people that makes you happier to hear me say that. But if the price didn't move between Thursday and Monday, you would not see a bunch of covering. In fact, on Ortex, if I'm not mistaken, the short interest has been going up on AMC. Nobody's running trying to close out their shorts.
Gotcha. Let's see. Roseanne says, do the citizens of America have a say on GG position in the SEC? I mean, is he voted on or hired by the government? So he's actually appointed by the president of whatever current administration you are in, and then Congress has to pass his Congress has to accept him, basically. What's the word I'm looking for? Damn it, off the top of my head. Affirm him, pretty much. Congress has to do that. Let's see here. The Massalorian from Boston. I create my own good luck. Hey, Beantown. How you doing, my friend? I wonder how close you are to me right now. You must be sweating too, brother. It's hot as hell in here. Let's see. Trying to get some... I get caught up here, guys. I'm way behind the chat. I apologize. And Maggie, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Maybe that will get us Ortex back for the month. Since I just lost my subscription. What is it? Isn't it a year on Ortex?
Isn't it what?
Isn't it a year on Ortex for your subscription? Isn't it a year? I thought I got a year.
I think I pay $79 a month for it.
Oh, you do? Okay. All right. Yeah. What's the week today? It's July, mid-July. Yeah, maybe it was about a year ago. I guess so. Let's see. Be interesting tomorrow on GME. Might be some buyers coming in for the split. We'll see. Absolutely, Carl J. It is definitely going to be interesting. And look, there's a lot of things coming up, guys. There's a lot of little moves that are going to have an effect on the price of the stock. I think in the positive direction. As long as the federal,
if there's Scott says, sorry, Mass. If there's 20 million synthetic shares for GameStop, who's going to create more synthetic shares? you got to remember, guys, any share that is created is sanctioned by the DTCC. Everything that is out there is cataloged, recorded, legal. It's all going to split. Now, if I'm wrong, why would they be still increasing the short interest? And you know, if we see it blast to $1,000 or 10,000 on Monday, I've said many times I'll make a Tony Denaro was wrong video, so you guys can have something to throw darts at.
Have some fun with that one.
Literally, I mean, we've seen thousands of stocks over the decades that have high short interest split, and I don't see the short interest going down on them. I don't see Tesla's one good example that ran up after a stock split, but that was their first stock split. It was in a bull market. People love Tesla. And so I kind of view that as a one-off. I've looked at many other examples of stock split dividends where nothing much really exciting happened.
Yep. Yeah. We've seen no action, right? Mansa says, is it possible for a gold-backed crypto, if I'm not mistaken, 30 million worth of gold given to AMC? 30 million worth of gold?
I haven't heard that.
Nope. Me neither. Where did they get that from, Mansa? If you could just elaborate. Thank you, Susan. Confirm him was the word I was looking for. Keto Genesis, good evening. How you doing tonight? Mark Thomas B. Rowe. I got some people in here. Life is good. Hold on. Someone else had a question here and I missed it. Oh, maybe not. All right. Let me try to catch up on this chat here. Hang on one second, Tony. Oh, here we go. Ayo says, hey, Mass Tony, how do we get the DTCC to open their book, or no way they would ever? I think I'm pretty sure we do have access. We can see DTCC records, right? Tony?
What was the question? Sorry, I had to check on the dog real quick.
Someone said the DTCC. Hang on. What the fuck happened to it? Totally just lost it. Of course. Yeah. I totally just lost the question. In the meantime, Lisa said, screenshot your GME portfolio before Friday morning just in case. Great idea, Lisa. Definitely can't hurt. There's something about the DTCC. I do this. Have you ever noticed? Do you do this sometimes, Tony? You just click on a new one and then realize, shit, I shouldn't have moved on yet because we didn't answer that. Do you ever do that? Jump the gun?
Was it Chad's comment? No access to DTCC records, books, nothing?
That might have been it. Yeah. Do we have any access to the DTCC's books? Mm-hmm.
We do not, and I've reached out to them with questions and they said, unless you're a member of the organization, we don't answer questions. Well, fuck you very much.
So how do we know that the DTCC is doing their job up to the standard that they should be? Who's checking them?
I would assume, and I could be wrong, that they have some oversight from the SEC. But okay. I could be wrong.
Okay. So it wouldn't be like FINRA's regulatory work, right? They wouldn't be. No.
You're getting me in my gray area. I haven't looked into deeply who regulates the DTCC, but I'm pretty sure it's the SEC. Look, I mean, we could literally spend all night talking about what ifs. What if the short interest, that is reported by the exchanges is not right? What if I submit a lit order and they don't submit it to a lit market? We could what if stuff and make ourselves paranoid about everything. So I just don't want to really engage in those what if conversations.
Yeah, I don't think I realized that. I realized that.
I will say, I think the DTCC takes care of its members and does whatever they need to do to keep the organization solvent as long as they can, i.e. turn off the buy button, create exemptions on margin requirements. Yes, they will screw retail and protect themselves, but I don't think that there are billions of unregistered synthetic shares. If there are synthetics, the DTCC knows about them. Everything's got to be cataloged. It's a buy and a sell.
Right. Mezukage 27 says, God.
Sorry. It's on someone's books.
Someone said that Google says the SEC overlooks the DTCC. That would make sense. Why it's so screwed up. Javi, how you doing tonight, buddy? Javi's in the house. He says DTCC is Chuck E. Cheese. Bucks fan, how you doing tonight? Mike, got some new people in the chat. I'll say hey to. Let's see. Chad Clifford, how you doing tonight, my friend? Steven Seibert, good evening. Thomas, we got GameStop split dividend. Dubiwa, how you doing? Trading Ways and Steve R. Good evening, guys. Good evening. They're pretty much they're self-regulated then is what that means with DTCC. Lou regulates DTCC. Says Headstock Harem. That's right. I forgot about that. So they're pretty much in cahoots then, if you want to look at it like that, right?
I mean, one could say that the SEC is ineffective and the DTCC is complicit in making sure Wall Street gets their money. And to some extent, so is the SEC by being inefficient and ineffective.
Bucks fan, what's up, brother?
I think everybody gets caught eventually, but some of these schemes and scams that they do take a decade to get uncovered and a complete blowing up of the system for all of the truth to come out. It's just unfortunate.
Yep.
If someone's printing billions of synthetics and the DTCC is letting it happen, it will not go undiscovered forever.
Yeah. Yeah, we have said that in the past, right? Because a lot of times we've been asked about that, about the DTCC just doing the IOUs or the gotchas, right? And we said that would be criminal.
There are IOUs. There's no doubt about that. People were asking, how could something like Tblt have 200% short interest? IOUs, rehypothecation. It's completely legal. It's all sanctioned by the DTCC and the SEC. There's no limit, as far as I know, how many times a share can be rehypothecated. Like I own it, and then my broker lends it out to someone who shorts it and sells it to Massalorian, and then his broker lends it to someone else, and so on and so on. That is how short interest gets so high. It's not criminality. It's not manipulation. It's legally allowed in the system. But usually the system is good at regulating itself. Like, if you're shorting a stock 200%, you're quite likely to get burned. So it's kind of like a self-regulating system in that sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not regulating like regulations, but
it's almost too risky.
You're making stupid decisions, you're going to get burned.
Yeah. I hear you on that for sure. Yep. I hear you on that. Adrian, good evening, buddy. How you doing tonight? And I saw Chad Clifford was in the chat. Bacon is the way. Simon Muscle. JJ Hernandez, good evening. Edward Alex. Someone said, I heard someone say the other day that this country stopped being a democracy when the Federal Reserve was implemented into the country. That's when we lost.
That sounds like a Massalorian topic if I ever heard one.
Yeah. I was like, I might have to dive into that topic and see exactly what's been going on since the Fed stepped in.
I'm just trying to figure out how to make money and have a comfortable life until until my days are done.
I know. I've been putting a lot of thought into that. Trust me. I've been saying to myself, I really need to be able to separate any politics away from Tony's collabs. So in case they take me down, they don't take Tony down with me. So I'm going to be working on that next couple of days before August 1st, hopefully. Dana, good evening. How you doing tonight?
Eric's got a comment or a question. If Disney, thank you, Eric, for supporting the channel. If Disney is worth $100 and Netflix is worth 200 a share, then why wouldn't you be opposed to a merger? I mean, I don't remember, guys, you can't just look at the price of a share. You got to look at a lot of things: market cap, assets, debt, the price of a stock. The same reason I don't compare Cinemark's share price to AMC. There's so many other variables to measure a company besides share price. That is not an effective way to do any sort of comparison of anything. And I just don't know if Disney or Netflix or anyone wants to buy or acquire AMC with $5 billion in debt and another $5 billion in lease obligations. I mean, that's a big ask. Woo, that's a big ask.
Yeah. Yep. They could have picked this up at a bargain a year and a half ago, AMC. That's when they should have made the move. Susan says, wouldn't market makers be able to cook the books by marking their shorts long, as they have been, Susan? I'm sure. Yep. I'm sure they're doing a lot of that. Robert Denaro, good evening. Michael Glenn, good evening. He says, ready for takeoff. Keith Holmes, NYSE owns 38% of the banks and the brokers. The rest, from what I can tell. Yes. Too many alphabet boys for me, says Dino Mike. Agreed, bro. Agree. Chad said, Tony, I've got time. Yeah, Kiwi Girl said, look up who owns the DTCC and just keep hitting blank walls. What do you think? The dude on the couch says, what do you think? Jesus. Dang. What do you think will happen when with the economy if everyone sells at the top of the Moass? That means someone's going to buy at the top of the Moass, and whoever is in there, depending on what price it goes to, is either going to be in a lot of trouble or a little bit of trouble, or they're going to get wiped out. Tony?
I mean, I can't answer that question unless I know what the top of the Moass is. Are we talking a short squeeze back to $100 for AMC and $500 for GameStop? Nothing will happen. A couple hedge funds might go into the toilet, like who is our friend's Mudrick. A couple small ones might get burned. I don't think they'll ever let it go to $1 million. If the DTCC sees that the entire financial system is going to be wrecked, they will shut it down.
Pull the cord.
That's just my opinion, not a popular one. I get it.
Yep.
I mean, they wouldn't even let GameStop go to 500. Why do you think they're going to let AMC go to $1 million?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, since the first week I put out videos, I've been saying I think 100K is an issue. Good evening, Mass, Tony, and everyone in the chat. Took a break from AMC for a couple weeks. Feels good to be back with the fam. Thanks for the stream. Luigi, appreciate you, man. I'm glad you're back. Good to see you. Eric Bissell, thank you very much, sir. He says, handsome man, a.k.a. Tony. Oh, you read this one, Tony. You read Eric's about the Disney. Got it. Okay.
Let's look at Dev Patel's question. What are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong in this whole scenario? Someone who should be covering a short at $9 is 200% underwater, or at least 100%. What do they know that we don't?
How about what do they have that we don't?
I mean, the short interest has come down 5% from 23 to 18. So I think there has been some short covering. And other than that, I mean, that's a good question. The higher it goes, the more we're going to see them do some covering. But also, guys, these are trillion-dollar companies or multi-billion-dollar companies. The big ones are just going to let it float until they have to. This is one of 1,000 or 5,000 plays they have going. And they got plenty of other assets that one little stock going from $9 to 18, that's just a blip. You know, this is a big misconception that YouTubers have given you over the last year, that just because AMC stock goes from 9 to 18, that everybody's going to rush to cover. There's probably some of them that are just fine. being underwater $1 million or $2 million because they have time on their side in their mind. They still think we're going to give up and go away. So until it becomes really painful, they're going to just ride it out. So let's make it really painful.
Yeah. Yep. And keep the pinch on. And, you know, either they're going to run out of liquidity at some point or the market's going to take off and AMC and GME will be unstoppable. MC, thank you very much, sir, for the donation. Appreciate you, man. Always. MC is a loyal guy. You got Dev's question. Cassius says, seen a rumor Blackrock has been exiting AMC. Is there any info on that? Says Cassius. I did notice that someone, one of our original guys, I think it was Mike said that 1.7 trillion BlackRock's lost in the first quarter of this year. Bucks fan, 1.7 trillion.
I read through an article on that at a very high level earlier today. I need to do more digging, but it looked like it was saying on the equity side they were getting hammered, and on the bond side they were doing okay. But I need to go dig into that. I can't really comment on it other than I'm a little surprised, you know, because I always say a lot of these big firms have hedging in place, right? With puts and short positions. And I would not expect someone like BlackRock to be crushed by a falling market. They should have known that this was coming. But I can't really comment on it more because I don't know, was that a combination of customer withdrawals plus the market going down? I just don't know. So I'm going to have to look into it some more.
Yep. Maggie says, Thomas James just did a video where he showed a memo basically telling all members they should not report the amount of short nor what stocks are being shorted. Basically, they do not want culpability, says Maggie. Where was the memo from? Who showed? What was the memo? What members? Maggie, you can just elaborate. And Dev, thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Let's see. Bunch of money is going to hit the economy. Jeffrey Jones says, what's the difference? I'm kind of just going through the questions, guys. What's the difference between a standard stock split via dividend? The problem is, Jeffrey, and when you're regarding GME, this word really shouldn't be there. It really shouldn't. It's a little misleading. And I'm going to let Tony explain it because he does it perfect. Can you just do that 3-sentence explanation, Tony?
Yeah, I mean, everyone I've checked with on Wall Street and including brokers and other companies that did a stock split dividend have told me that it's no different. Dave Lauer independently did his own research and also came back with it's no different other than accounting on the company side. And I did a video on that a week or 10 days ago, if you want to go watch that. So in my mind, it's no different. They're going to, after the stock split, need to buy back 4 shares at 1/4 the price. I know there's a narrative that, you know, they're going to have to go searching, you know, and wait in line at Computershare, and there's not going to be any shares available. People in the business have told me that is not how it happens. That is a misconception of people trying to do due diligence. So I'm not going by what Reddit says or a web page. I'm going by what people in the business have told me.
Yes, but it is a little misleading, and that's why.
If I'm wrong, we'll know in a couple days.
Yep, we'll know soon enough. Boss Blunts, good evening, buddy. How you doing tonight? Hope you are well.
What's up, Marcel? The best thing that we can do as investors of GameStop is continue to support the stock, buy it before the run-up, buy it after the run-up. You'll be able to buy it 1/4 of a share for 1/4 the price on Friday, and any sort of continued buying pressure will hurt the short. So whether or not it's different is really irrelevant. The best thing to do if you want to hurt the shorts, is continuous buying pressure. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just saying that is what will make the shorts cover. And I think we will look at what's been going on. There's surely been a little bit of covering in the past couple days. I would think we'll know when we get an update on Ortex.
Yeah, we gotta wait for that data. Yep. There isn't going to be a Moass. Is there going to be a short squeeze? Yes, but seeing these crazy $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 share price is highly unlikely. Mike, I'm going to hold some shares out for those prices. I promise you that.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's going to go to. I'll be selling in brackets on the way up. But since I don't know how fast it's going to run or how high, I can't even tell you what the brackets are. If I would have been in GameStop back in January, I would have sold too soon. I'm not going to do that to myself again by telling myself a fake number and limiting my beliefs. I'm just going to let it happen. And in the moment when we're watching the velocity of the move up and the volume and and what is the catalyst, then we'll know what to do.
Yep.
I can't tell you.
I know I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing. I would have got out too early.
I don't think that the government is going to allow it to go to some of the higher prices that we've been told. That's just my personal opinion. I respect everybody's opinion and their right to have it.
Let's see. Some Silver Surfer says Blackrock is invested heavy in China real estate. Yes, they are. They are. And I just heard that they're, well, I saw actually footage tonight from China that they have straight up tanks on the streets that people want their money, trying to put them down. Good evening, Darkest Desires. Hammer says, hey, Mass, this week is my 1-year anniversary watching your channel. Hey, congratulations, man. Congratulations. That's awesome. Awesome. That'll be me someday, hopefully, bro. Hopefully. This memo is dated July 2022, says Maggie. Good night, Roseanne. I'm trying to see what she put back was the who the memo was from. Did you see it, T, in the comments anywhere?
No, I don't think she's on my channel.
Oh. Okay. Maggie, if you get a chance, can you just stick up the answer one more time? Sorry. I got the just got the end there. Let's see. 24 the money says, if any GME owners receive cash instead of shares, does this indicate something is amiss? Yes. Yeah, there should be no reason. There should be no cash exchanged, right? No. With the split?
Yeah, I know what he's asking. Let me come back to that in a second.
Okay.
It might mean that your shares are loaned out if that were to happen, but
oh, that's a possibility. Yeah, absolutely.
But since I'm gonna say, since I was told, and maybe all these multiple sources all are full of hot air, they all told me that everybody will get the split. Okay. I don't work on Wall Street. I've never paid attention this closely to a stock split versus a stock split dividend. I understand 100% of both sides of the argument and what everybody's saying. I get it. I understand exactly what you're saying. But in a stock split, everything splits, right? Shorts and longs, synthetics and real, options, all of it splits. I have been told by numerous sources that this will act as a stock split. We will find out in 2 days if that was incorrect.
Yep.
I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I was told by people in the industry. I'm just digging for information like you guys and sharing it.
Scott says, I guess they were talking about yesterday's DTCC memo. You do not have to report your short positions quantity. Scott Gray is saying there was a memo released by the DTC yesterday. I did not see that or hear about that.
Me neither.
Thanks, Marcel, man. Marcel said they have got 90 days to deliver the shares before GameStop can then step in. Not from Reddit, but DD, I did some digging on it. Okay.
I looked at some lending agreements, and the brokers I talked to said lending agreements can vary from broker to broker, but in general, if it's a non-cash dividend, the cash value of the dividend would be added to the loan balance due, and it would need to be closed out when you repay the loan. So in other words, if it splits 1 for 4, you'll owe them 4 shares at whatever the current price is, and you'll need to go buy those on the market. So I read through a sample of one of the lending agreements. I didn't see anything about 90 days, but there certainly can be different lending agreements out there. And the brokers confirmed to me that they're not all the same, and it varies from lender to lender.
Got it. Let's see. TBLT anyone? Michael Bressler says.
Tblt had a great day today.
Yeah, ran nice.
We've been talking about it in the Discord for a few days. Had a brief chat with my buddy John Wick about Tblt. My recap on what I said on that. The short interest is high. The cost to borrow is high. If retail showed up, you could absolutely squeeze it. But due to the fundamentals of this company, you need to have a realistic price target. But as long as people are willing to keep buying something, you can drive the price up to infinity, guys. The turnover on that stock today was 2,800%. The float turned over 28 times. Wow. I don't think that short's covering. The float is 2 million shares. The volume was 60 million. This is retail buying from other retail in an effort to not be the last one holding the hand grenade, and some shorts trying to go in and call the top and then getting blown out. It's a combination of many things, but I don't think you're playing against the man at this point. Every time you find a new top, yeah, the man is trying to reestablish his position. So if you want to keep on playing the game, hey, I am all for momentum plays. I'm ecstatic for everyone who made money in that play today, but just recognize it for what it is. This is, I said I'm not going to talk about fundamentals on momentum plays, but because it doesn't matter. The fundamentals don't matter.
No, we looked at the fundamentals.
Price can run up.
Yeah, we looked at them the other day, remember? They were terrible. I mean, absolutely disgusting.
But I mean, look at even GameStop and AMC a year ago. The fundamentals do not matter how high a stock goes up. The only thing that matters is retail going to come in and keep buying, and are the shorts going to keep on trying to reestablish and get blown out? Yep. So I don't know what the top is on this stock. It had a great run from $1.30 up to $5.10, $5.18. Could it keep going? Absolutely.
Yep, for sure.
I would personally be playing it with very tight stop losses, and then if you want, lock in your money, and then if it dips, come back in and buy more. But that's just my more conservative trading style. I'm not going to put all my money on a company like this. I'll put a small position and ride it up and get out on a dip.
Yep. And yeah, for anybody who's over making money on Tblt with Johnny Boy, I'm really happy for you guys. Honestly, like I mean, nothing but love. If he's helping you out and you guys are making moves, that's great. That's what this is all about. All about. We've just,
Mass, I know you and I have talked about this. We've seen so many YouTubers over the last 2 years talk about plays like, I don't know, Sundial and what are some of the other ones, guys, that you're bag holding? Prague,
Clove,
Smile Direct Club. I mean, people who get in a position and want to drive it up will tell you that it's going to go to unrealistic price targets. I want you guys to make money, but I also will tell you, you got to take all these price targets with a grain of salt, because these people, as much as good intentions as they have, are just doing it for views And if you're buying at the top on these run-ups, you're going to become a bag holder. You got to get in early. Get in early. If you have an inkling, get in the very first day they're talking about it. Not 3-4 days in.
Yeah.
When it's, when it's run up from $1.30 to $5. You could still make money, but your risk has exponentially increased.
Yes. And we have totally been we have been the victim of that, right? Of hesitation and all those kinds of things. So we know what that's like. Antoinette says, I made money off TBLT. That is awesome. I just see John Wick is actually in the chat. Johnny, thank you, man. He says, hey, Mass, what are my thoughts on TBLT? Yeah, man, if the market conditions are right, you're going to make money on it. If you know when to get in and get out. I missed a boat on a couple stocks in the last couple of weeks with everything going on, the craziness that's going on in my personal life. But there were a couple plays.
Every day in my Discord, at least unless I oversleep, I'm getting up 5:30, 6 in the morning and telling everyone in the Discord what all the pre-market runners are. And guess what? If Tblt is on the list of that day, they're getting notified of it because we're not going to leave anything behind as an opportunity. Everything's fair game if it's a momentum play on that day. I have no bias against any momentum play. But if you guys ask my opinion on a stock, I got to get better at realizing you don't want to know the fundamentals of it. So that's some of the new rules that I'm going to have going forward on this channel. When we're talking momentum plays, I'm not going to tell you anything other than it looks okay, play it if you want to. I'm not going to talk fundamentals. I'm never going to talk price targets. And unfortunately, if I go look at the fundamentals of a company, people want to take it the wrong way. Me sharing info with you so you have a realistic total picture, people want to see that as being negative. I'm just trying to share information. We will play momentum plays every single day. That's the first thing I do is wake up and look for them.
So let me tell you a true story. Friday night, after me and Tony did the last live stream, we stayed up after we signed off and went into TBLT and went into all the financials, all the numbers. We went back, pulled up info. We stayed on for like another hour and a half after we clicked off with you guys to go into it and look at it. And we didn't buy in. We made a decision. That was a personal decision. And for you guys that made money, I'm so happy. I mean, honestly, there is no jealousy here. Take as much money from these efforts as you can. I want you guys to clean them out. So hopefully when things settle down here on the other side, I mean, I know I was just talking to Tony about this the other day that, I'm glad I'm going to have some more time freed up to be able to dig into stocks, into numbers, financials, catalysts, how geopolitical things are affecting things in the market. Like I'm excited to be able to do that and look after a bunch of things. And I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden we got a bunch of, everyone was saying BBIG, Prague, IDEX. Everyone's putting all the
Ethereum.
Yep. Hey, Mullen, did you hear what happened with Meet Kevin?
MMAT, Mullen. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of stocks that people pump, and there's no problem. I have no problem with anybody pumping a stock. All I want my audience to think about is the price targets that I'm being given for these stocks. Like there were people saying Mullen's going to $20 or Redbox is going to 200. If you look at the big picture, is that realistic? That's all I want to help you think about so that you get in early and get out early. Make the fucking money. That's what we're here every day to do, but not be a bag holder. That's all.
Yep. Don't want to be the bag holder. That is the worst. Let's see. Hey guys, I hear you have to check your brokerage app settings. I hear you have to enable reinvest dividend on your brokerage app account. Just want to put this in there. Maybe someone has an idea on it. Sammy DD, thank you. I'm not aware of that you would have to change your app settings, and it depends on what brokerage you have, right? Unless that's market wide. I hear you have to enable reinvest dividend on your brokerage app. If that's a thing, guys, I would definitely look into that depending on who your broker is.
Someone's asking, why is Polestar getting hammered? When I made my video on Polestar on the day that they updated their ticker, I said, same thing I'm saying now. This is a retail run up based on news. It's emotional buying, and it will come back down to the baseline. So wait for it. So someone's asking, why did it come back down? Because that's a very predictable emotional retail pattern. The ticker change, let's go buy it. There's no reason for a ticker change for a stock to run up. Absolutely none. But still, it ran from 9 to 13, and now it's back down to 9.45. Now I would consider starting to add some Polestar if you like the company. Don't buy on, unless you're going to get in and out on an emotional retail run up. Do that on the first day from 9 to 13. Sell at the top, wait for it to come back down. Same thing happened with Highcroft Mining. I said in March, don't buy it for a long-term hold at $3. That's just stupid. Oh, sorry. That's the people who were telling you that were they were hyping themselves up too much. And the fundamentals did not justify that stock staying at that price. It was inevitable to me that it would come back down. I'm not always right, guys, but I've been doing this for a long time. I've seen this type of thing play out more than once. Everything comes back down. You got to analyze the news and analyze the financials if you want to know how long and how tall that parabola is. Sometimes they go up and down. Sometimes they go up and they have some waves to them. Every play is different, but that's what we're here to help you do is sort through that stuff. But unfortunately, because people want to twist my words and go on other channels, I see them in the comments. Yeah, he told me not to buy Highcroft. I didn't say don't buy Highcroft. I just freaking bought Highcroft at $1. Why would I tell anyone not to buy it at $1.04? But when you ask for my analysis and then you don't listen to the words, I just have to stop talking about these stocks. So we're going to be changing it up on the channel. We're going to talk about them in the Discord, but I'm going to stop talking fundamentals. I'll tell you, yeah, it looks like momentum or not. That's all I'm going to say. And then you're on your own. You can go get the price targets from someone else.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Let's see. Someone said that TBLT will run past AMC by the end of the week. Momentum plays, great way to make fast money, Raven. That's right. In and out, in and out, in and out. MC, how you doing tonight, man? Let's see. Everyone's asking, is it a squeeze play? TBLT. Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of the conditions. I mean, we talked about it earlier today. We did talk about this earlier today, didn't we, Tony? I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah.
Let me pull up the fresh Ortex. Hang on one second. The problem with Ortex is we can't see any shorts that covered. And the other problem with Ortex is even if they covered, they're going to reestablish it every new peak. So it's not even a good tool. It's useful to know that there's a lot of shorts, but it'll probably stay. Look at Revlon and all these other ones. It's going to stay high short interest and high cost to borrow all the way back down because they're going to short it at the top, guys. The retail pressure is eventually going to run out. The Ortex is not going to go down, but the price is because they're going to short it the entire way up. I think on a cheap, low float stock like this, it's a couple $1,000,000. That's nothing to them. Doesn't mean you can't run it up more. But if you're only relying on Ortex, I think that's maybe not the right strategy. You may never see the short interest go down substantially on Tblt. I could be wrong. It may drop back down to 100%. It's at 193 right now. Cost to borrow 336. I mean, it's a beautiful setup to put some pain on somebody. No argument. Definitely could go higher if people still show up and buy.
Yep. Zen Hodler says we need to swarm on these plays like TBLT like we did with AMC though, don't we? How many of us are bag holders for AMC? Ton of us. So Zen Hodler, we discussed this in nauseum for the last probably 3 weeks, I would say, me and Tony, right, Tony? Probably about the last 3 weeks to a month. talking
Which
about
one?
this. Me and you talking about all these plays that are slipping into retail's comment sections, and people running up and creating hype for these stocks and then releasing it out into retail, trying to tag down, figure out who is the purveyor of information on all these stocks.
Yeah, I mean, some of them I think there's malintentions, and maybe some of them not. And irregardless of that, if you are smart enough and have the ability to scalp or day trade, then you should take advantage of the opportunity of a bunch of uninformed people running it up to make some money right along with them. But if you don't have the knowledge or the account set up to do scalping or day trading, you put yourself in a more precarious position, because now you got to hold some of these overnight, or if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know the rules for pattern day trading, you could get locked out of your account for violating the day trading rules. So that's some things I wish people would talk about more.
Yeah,
The ones that are
think of that.
The ones that are pushing all these plays, I wish they'd talk about that more. For the new people, the ones who know what they're doing, they know what they're doing.
Right.
And there's a lot of ways around all of it, but there needs to be more talk about that if you're pushing these plays.
Yep. Everyone in the comments is saying Lisa had a great question. Lisa, if you're still out there, can you please put your question back up? Because I've seen like 3 people talk about it already. Dreams of Stuff says, I never talked to Mass, but I subbed for the live streams. Hey, man, I'll take it, Dream of Stuff. Thank you very much. You can talk to me whenever you like, man.
What was Lisa's comment? I don't think she's on my chat.
I'm trying to find. I asked her to put it back up again because everyone's saying it was a great question. So I'm asking her to repost it. Repost it.
Eric says, Tony, people don't want to twist your words, but they do want to hear positive things. That I get, Eric. I get it. But I had at least 4 instances of this week of people, I see them writing on other channels in the comments, completely misconstruing what I said. Like someone said, Tony told me not to buy Highcroft, which I just bought Highcroft. I would not say that. I gave the why I bought it, what my potential downside things that I'm worried about, and what the potential upside and when. I don't know how in that 5-minute conversation you would hear Tony said, don't buy Highcroft. But it's like selective hearing with some people. And I don't want to lead people astray, and I don't want my words being misconstrued on other channels. So I'm just going to stop talking about fundamentals on these penny stock plays. I'll just say, yes, it's momentum or it's not. And you can do what you want with that.
There are no fundamentals. John says, there's no shares available to short, guys. Called Fidelity myself, and others called their brokers. So there's no shares available to short on TBLT.
I would believe it. I mean, 200% short interest. Hard to borrow.
Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to find Lisa's question here. Oh, I see it. I got it.
At some point, you know how things work, Mass. At some point, when it runs up, someone's going to sell, and there will be shares available at some point.
Yeah,
and
intraday.
That's how they reestablish the shorts at the top. As the day traders and the scalpers sell, there's always some shares coming available. You got to overcome that with continued buying pressure. So one thing I really look at is the volume. If the volume is sustaining, then you're in good shape. But if you're seeing the daily volume decrease, that could be a sign that the momentum is dying down from the buyers. Could be.
And John, thank you for the chat, John, by the way. Thank you very much. I
posted a dozen examples of that in our Discord last night of plays from the last year of showing exactly where the top was by how the daily volume changed.
Got it. Let's see. Someone Stonks and Gains saying BlackRock hasn't lost 1.7 trillion. LOL. I saw multiple people mention that tonight. Pretty sure that is true. Annie T, good evening. Here's Lisa's question. I got it. Thank you, Lisa, by the way. Oh, no, that's not it. Never mind. I lied. Here it is. If all my GME shares are long-term now, will they all be long-term after the split, or will the new ones be short-term? Yes, yeah, they will remain the same as whatever you have them when they're registered at that time. Yeah, yes. Good question. Absolutely. I'm glad everyone put that up. Did John have a question? I don't think John had a question. He was making a comment. There was no more shares to borrow. Then why aren't you guys in TBLT? Says NDN 8SHN. So I can tell you my reason. Friday night when we talked on the phone after we got off the live stream, we went back and looked at all this info. We went back to for an hour and a half. I think we looked up information on TBLT just to see what the possibilities were for this week. And yeah, it absolutely has had a nice little run. It just wasn't something that neither of us felt like it was. Maybe the risk wasn't worth the reward. Possibly. That's how I'll leave it. I mean, that's how we left it on Friday night. And I mean, obviously we've been following it since and watching it closely. If there's an opportunity to get in at some point and make money, there's nothing that's going to stop me from doing that. And thank you for the chat, by the way. NDS.
I was giving updates on it all day today in the Discord.
Were you?
Yeah. Breakout points to watch for, et cetera, et cetera.
Et cetera, et cetera. If anyone just listens to people giving out info and don't do their own DD, you're probably designed to lose, says Yucca Ferda. Absolutely, Yucca. You know this. And you know this, man. Michael says TBLT volume is building. Yeah, man. The numbers, look, all the numbers make sense, guys. We're not saying that there's not really too many negatives besides the fundamental aspects of the play and the greater market right now. Those are other things that we're weighing in besides just those two numbers, right? We could see an absolute crash in the next 3 to 4 days, or it'll be after the Fed speaks. And if we're still hanging around this number, see you later. It's going to be gone.
Yeah, I think tomorrow, if you see the volume as high or higher than it was today, it's going to go up more than it did today. If you see the volume not there tomorrow, that could signal that today was the highest green candle on volume. But there was another big day back, bigger than this, on 6/24 for TBLT, 177 million shares traded. So, I mean, it has the potential to have a lot higher volume than today. No one's saying that this is the top.
Nope. You could definitely see this run again. Just get in, get out, make your money. Don't get too greedy. Don't leave anything on the table. How can we see volume as it's happening live? So cancel bubble. I don't know if you can actually on what is it on? Is it 5-minute candles that they do volume? What is the? I guess it depends on what way you're watching it, right?
Well, when I'm doing a post-mortem of a squeeze play and figuring out, when did it turn, I'm looking at typically the daily candles.
Right. Okay. So same with volume.
The daily volume. In almost every single case, the day that they peak is the high volume day, and the next day the volume is not there, and there's a tremendous drop because the buyers just stopped buying for whatever reason, or the sellers overcame them that day. I don't know that we're there yet with TBLT. We'll find out tomorrow and Friday.
River Driver 666 says, I'm not in TBLT because I'm not in my opinion, distraction, says River Driver. Yeah. There's certainly some truth to what we kind of speculated and even heard through the grapevine back in the early spring, guys, late winter. We said there was going to be a lot of distractions that came along over the next couple of months. You watch. There'll be all kinds of day trades, all kinds of scalp plays, all kinds of penny stocks. They will be used to take advantage of retail, possibly get them away from meme stocks, AMC, GME, with all the great, think about all the good things that are happening with the meme stocks as compared to when you look at the numbers of some of these penny stocks. I mean, there's no comparison.
And even if it's a distraction, that's fine with me. If you have the savvy and the knowledge and the emotional control to get in those, make money and get out, hey, do it. We all want to make money. You should be making money. But if you find yourself being a bag holder because any one of these dozens of people, the folks on YouTube and Twitter are telling you unrealistically high price levels and you believe it, then you might not want to be playing these plays because you're not quite experienced enough yet. But if you have the emotional control to get in, make money, and get out, who cares if it's a distraction? I do it as often as I can. I don't care. I'm just here to make money.
I see Phil for Real's in the chat. Phil for Real, what is going on, my brother? And John Wicken sniping.
Thomas B, good luck on the bar exam next week.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. Good luck. Good luck. Hopefully it'll be easy. Nice and easy for you. All right, let me get, can we still, Gia asked, can we still buy GME before end of day tomorrow? Yes, Gia. Yes. BioLife Hemp, good evening. How you doing tonight, my friend? BioLife says, DRS your shares if you want. I'm just saying, Computershare changed their rules today. You can now only have a max 3,500 limit order. Do your own DD.
Are you going to look that up? I'm going to read a couple comments
I still have it open.
Phil for Real, what's up, my man? Phil says, I'm in anything that squeezes. Where the cash at, right? Did the shorts cover you up, Phil? Phil, you know what I'm talking about. We will literally play anything. And I usually look at least every day about 4 or 5 different momentum plays every morning to decide if I'm going to get in them that day or not. So I'm right there with you guys. I love momentum plays. If I can, I've had a couple days where I've almost made 10 grand in a day. And that's kind of like the holy grail. But, if you can make 200, 300, 400, 500, 1,000 extra because you have the right account size and the right setup and the right emotional control to do those, absolutely you should be doing them. But make sure you understand all the rules and how long you need to hold those stocks for or not hold them, or what could happen if you're not a qualified day trader and you're trying to get in and out of plays 3 times in a day. So the folks that I typically talk with about that are not the ones on video. It's in the Discord when I know what they're qualified to do. Grandpa Barney, thank you. Grandpa Barney says, thanks for all your hard work. Much love, my friend. Same back at you, buddy. We appreciate
Thanks, Grandpa.
Appreciate the support.
Good to see you. And you're okay late. Happy anniversary. And I have not actually physically moved yet, Grandpa. I am packing and the new place, still getting it ready, painting, sanding, cleaning, building a petition wall, waiting for things to come from Home Depot, you name it. I'm hoping by August 1st, we're going to launch new from the new place. August 1st is the goal right now. So thank you, my friend. And happy anniversary to you and your wife. Thomas B says, take care, Mass and Tony. I have to go to bed. Bar exam next week. Yeah, man. Good luck with that, Thomas B. 8432, bro. I'll get excited when we go past that. Forget all new time high. That number is the one I want. Let's see. How would you play options after a big run up, says the guy Weaver. How would you play options after a big run up? How would IV play in?
typically on a big run up, and I can give you a couple relevant examples of recent memory, like Avis, I think that what's the ticker symbol, CAR, and Tesla when it ran up to 1,200, and we were looking at buying puts at the top, and like you would have had to have Avis come down $200 for your put to start getting in the green. I mean, it was ridiculous, the IV on those plays. And I looked at Tesla. I was going to buy puts at 1,200, and it needed to fall to about 900 for me to make money. And so I didn't buy them. You could make money, right? But my minimum is like, I need to have a reasonable chance on an option play of making 100%. I don't want it to have to go 300 points for me to make 100%. So I watched Matt Kors buy Tesla puts, and I watched him complain for weeks about being in the red, even though Tesla was dropping. That's what happens when the IV is real high. So if you have any doubts, use a tool like optionstrat.com right before you buy them. And that will tell you, it'll pop up a table and tell you how far it needs to fall for you to make money. But when that IV gets high, if you think it's a good idea, the market makers already know that, and they've padded the price. Plus everybody plowing in to buy them bumps up the IV. So that's kind of how I look at it. If by the time you think it's a good idea, they've already accounted for that. The market maker is not going to be left holding the bag on that option. They know it's coming down.
Yep.
They're going to make you really work for it. It's really got to go down.
They're going to be ready. Yep. Phil, I got to make sure I pull this up real quick before I forget it. Phil says, what are our thoughts on the AMC tweet hinting a squeeze? Phil, the one out from Bullet Train? Is that the one you're talking about, bro? The one from Bullet Train? Okia AMC says, if everything makes sense with TBLT, why not promote it? The only reason that I don't particularly Okia AMC, I don't want to be responsible for someone coming back and being like, Mass, man, why'd you tell me TBLT was going to 15? I'm holding it now, and it's at $4, bro, and you killed me. I wouldn't be able to handle that.
For me, it just comes down to the simple fact, I don't know your account size. I don't know what type of trading you're qualified to do. I don't know what your risk tolerance is. I'd hate to tell someone to load the boat like my friend the Godpill was doing with Mullen, telling him everybody it's going to go to $20, and then he's so convincing, and then he's lost 150 grand of his own money, and God knows how many other people's let off the cliff with his conviction. Sometimes you're right, guys, and you can make money, but sometimes you are not right. I don't want to be responsible for that. Yep. I'll tell you if I think it has momentum or not, and that's about the most I'm going to say. I mean, if it has potential, then you've got to do the work, or come sit down with us and learn how to do the full due diligence. The full due diligence is not just looking at short interest.
Or cost to borrow. The new guy, thank you, my friend. Thank you, brother. He says, hello, Tony and Mass. Did you guys play Tesla today? No. Tesla, did you play Tesla today? I did see that.
We talked about it in the Discord, and I personally decided not to do it because although I hope it goes lower because I'd like to buy in cheaper, and I still think it's, from a value perspective, overvalued. I had no idea what the earnings were going to do. They blew it out.
Yeah.
So I didn't know which way to bet. And if I'm on the fence, if I'm on the fence, I'm going to do nothing. I don't want to waste money betting the wrong way.
Yep. 100%. 100%. Jennifer, good evening. New guy. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Let's see here. By the way, Angelina, if you're still listening, good evening, girl. Let's see. Did Phil get back to me yet? Yeah, he did. What did he say? He must have said something here, right? What are our thoughts? Oh, on phase 6 and cat system. Oh, my bad, Phil. Yeah, I was gonna say cats. Yeah, Bigums is your man for that, bro. That is your man. Oh yeah, you do. He has it on here on the hinting at the squeeze. Yeah, so is it the bullet train one you mean, bro? Because we talked about it earlier. Me and Tony did. Housing market. I think he's messing with us, though. He just keeps saying,
Yeah, I think he is.
I think he's playing around. Phil, the shorts covered yet? Food Dog, what's going on? How you doing tonight? Yes, bullet train tweet. Oh, he was being tears. Okay, so me and Tony talked about it. I heard Al's video. He mentioned something about he doesn't know what the Japanese writing stands for. It could be some hidden message. No, it just says bullet train in Japanese. What was the other things he was saying about the tweet? That said squeezed. I mean, I don't know. The way I looked at it this was an AMC Theaters tweet. And the first comment that he pointed to was buckle up fire from the movie. So what would Bullet Train know anything about the squeeze with AMC? How would Bullet Train, the actual film production crew and advertisers, know about what's going on with AMC? Maybe they do. I don't know. It's possible, I guess. Let's see. Where am I at here? Yeah, Steven, good point, right? I want to get this over and done with. Every time I've gone to talk about other stocks and other plays that I've done, I've gotten absolutely killed. What are you doing? Why are you talking about anything? AMC is the play. Another reason why I stopped talking about anything else, because I was catching a lot of flack for it. And I get it. I understand. Everyone's allowed to their opinion. Jeremiah, good evening. Jordan, good evening. To say that Jordan says to say the tweet was, that's what I think, man. I think the tweet is exactly what it said it is. I'm more excited about the Adam Aaron tweet than AMC Theaters tweet.
We've been trying to decode tweets for a year and a half now, and not any of them have really amounted to anything. So I don't give it much second thought. I mean, it's a great way to get a bunch of people to watch a video, but
yep.
I try not to do clickbait stuff. So
Gus says, do you think AMC will make it back to the low 30s in this current run? And in your opinion, will AMC actually form support and stay in the 30s or come back down to the teens after more bad Fed news? So that's the biggest thing, Gus, right? The Fed could throw a monkey wrench into this whole thing. We could see a nice run for the next 5-6 days. It could carry over. Maybe we get some good news, some other good news outside of just what we typically have been seeing. Yeah, absolutely, it could run. This is going to be the Fed news is going to be an issue, and keep your eye on July 28th, or is it the 23rd, when we get the preemptive GDP data. That's going to be concerning. If it's showing that we're going into a recession on paper, who knows what kind of action that they might take? They might get drastic. So that's what I would be aware of. Do you want to add to that?
Nope.
Okay.
8 Blazin says, if AMC announced a cash dividend, would it be bullish or bearish? It would be bullish, but we've got billions in debt that needs to be paid off before we can talk dividends. Go watch the video I dropped a couple hours ago on the debt repayment. I touch on that briefly in that video.
Tell me, what are your thoughts on the move that Paul Pelosi made with NVIDIA and her going to Taiwan, despite the fact that the Minister of Defense has said that it would cause immediate forceful actions if she shows up in here in a month from now? What do you think about those two things?
I don't know about her going to Taiwan, but I think that the bill probably will pass. We need strategic chip infrastructure in the United States. And so I think they're going to pass it. And so he probably knew something about that, of course, even though, it was marked spouse trade. I didn't know anything. We don't talk bullshit. Come on,
right,
man.
On.
I don't believe any of that stuff.
Can you imagine? Imagine not telling your wife, hey, I'm putting $5.1 million in stock options on NVIDIA.
it is his company, right? Or a company he works for. Maybe they don't talk about it every day over the dinner table, but come on. Unless you're in a relationship where you guys never talk about anything, I bet it came up once. Ooh, don't get me going down the politics path, Mass.
No, I know. I find it silly that she's hasn't backed down and she's still saying she's going to go despite being told what she was told.
Because who could prove her wrong? There's nobody that even cares to prove her wrong.
No.
It is what
MC,
it is.
thank you, man. Thank you, MC. Appreciate you, man.
Just copy of trade. You'll be fine. What else can you do?
Phil said, talk about whatever you want to talk about. You guys want freedom of speech. Yeah, man, it pisses me off that kind of shit's going on. And here we are, scraping by at 1 a.m. trying to do a live stream so we can squeeze this damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, Phil, you may or may not know there's political channels right and left, not right and left of the aisle, but there's political channels getting deleted off of YouTube or demonetized. So I try not to talk about politics.
It doesn't even have to be politics. There's news channels that are getting demonetized because they're not towing the line with the official narrative from the White House.
I love to talk about politics. You come have a beer with me. We'll talk politics all night. But I'm not going to do it on YouTube. MC, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Raven has a question. Oh, relax, people. One catalyst. That's all it takes. Now, don't forget to enjoy life. Please, Lord, let the GameStop catalyst. I'll bow down to the GameStop elitists for the next 5 years if they are the catalyst that brings us up. I have no problem with that. Whatever it takes. If AMC gets a catalyst from Adam Aron, if nothing happens with GameStop, we got our own little catalyst coming, I think. So whatever it is, or if it's a 1-2 punch, let's do it. I'm optimistic. I'm trying to keep my feet on the ground, but my head in the clouds. I should trademark that phrase.
Should. Rectonite says AA is not a fool. He's probably just creating content that will drum up more business for AMC. Sure, there's a little bit of that. Absolutely. Sure, there's a little bit of that for sure. He's definitely, but remember, that was AMC Theaters. That wasn't his personal Twitter account, right? Let's see. Whoa. F, how you doing tonight? Someone asked about, let's see. Clickbait is about to be reality. Aaron just old trying to tweet. Yeah, I don't think that language was really on purpose. Honestly, I really don't. Probably a coincidence. Yeah, Jamie, AMC got about 72 million off the books, which is nice. It's great, but it's not going to cause us to rip, right? I'll take every penny we can to knock off this debt.
Greg, sorry, did I interrupt you?
No, you're good. You're good.
I just sat back down and started screaming in the mic.
I know. I know that. I noticed.
Carry on.
Okay. Fork says, Mass, thanks. Appreciate jumping on live with no commercials. No problem, Forks. 24 the money said Nvidia and AMD do not manufacture their chips. All outsourced, no money for these two GPU developers. Were you about to call this out, T? F? F? He's one of your members?
That's Gary Kors. That's Matt's brother. What's up, Gary?
Okay. Good evening. How you doing, man?
I mean, I jokingly call him Matt's brother. I don't think he's really Matt's brother.
I was gonna say. Raven has a chat for Tony. Tony, put this towards one more share of AMC. Food for thought, relax people, one catalyst. That's all it takes. Oh, you got that one. Okay, where am I working here? Jody says, great reset won't work. Not if I have my AMC tendies, it won't. Not on me. You're not getting me, daddy-o. Let's see. Greg says, What?
We must be getting close to a squeeze because I'm getting the XXX chat bots coming into my chat now.
On Discord?
Do you ever have those? Click on this for webcam pictures.
On Discord?
No, in the YouTube chat.
Oh no. Where do you see that?
In my chat on my channel.
Oh.
I keep on blocking them. Maybe you'll see one in Restream, but it's
Oh,
usually
okay.
a sign. It's a sign.
That we're about to squeeze.
Greg says, Greg Milan, thank you, sir. Greg says, what are the thoughts on 1348 strategy that some YouTubers are promoting? I've been back testing and currently testing 1348, Greg. And, our general thought on that, mine and most of the active traders in our Discord, is that if you can read candles, you don't need 1348. But if you want an extra visual assistance, it is a fine thing to do. There's some other ones that we use. Not going to talk about them tonight, but I see a lot of a little bit delayed, maybe 5-minute delayed signals, but still good signals with 1348. And most importantly, you don't need to pay anybody for that. You just go into your software, go into the technical indicators and set up a 13 and 48 EMA. It's like literally why people are paying money for that advice. I don't know. If they're calling out stocks that maybe you don't know how to find otherwise and you get value out of that, that's fine. But 1348 in itself is nothing magic, and you can do it yourself for free.
It's true. This is true. BioLife says everyone is talking partnerships and mergers. The real play is AA taking some of that war chest, 100 mil, and going to get indie movies to promote it in theaters, buying indie for $500K or a half. If they bought a studio, here's the thing. We're definitely seeing their movies are not going anywhere. Okay. I think we can put that notion to bed now, right? It's not going to a penny. We can stop talking about all that nonsense. So now we got to start talking about what are the real ways that AMC can move into the future. And that would be one of the ways, right? If they started to do that. And they had a great success with the last one they did. They produced their own documentary, won an Academy Award. It was like one of the only ones they've done. So they have already the infrastructure for it set up. I don't know about large scale, but they can do it for independent films already. So yeah, that would be a great way to make some extra money. Let's see. Mark says, if interest rates keep going up soon, cash will be king on used HD trucks. Cannot wait. Yeah, cash will be king is right. Something's pointing out. There's a bot now, Ruben said. He's pointing him out in the chat. KL says, I reported the point, people. Thank you, KL. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you, KL.
NASCAR, Joe Biden said he has what? He did. Yeah, that's right. He did. The White House retracted it, though. That's not what he said. It's not what he said. It just sounded like that. The official transcript says what he says. Go look it up. Sean 98 says, most corrupt organization in the world, our government. Can't agree with you more on that, brother. Dreamer Stuff says, okay, guys, work tomorrow. Peace. Dreamer Stuff, you can talk to me
anytime. Good night, my friends. Thank you for hanging out.
Come by anytime. Let's see. DTCC, Sean says, waived a $99 billion margin call. Is this not a big deal? Yeah, someone said it earlier. When did that happen to you? Do you know that $9 billion waiver?
Yeah, I remember reading about it. Like it was something in the news a week ago, but I can't remember, a week or two ago, but I can't remember if that was going all the way back to the GameStop thing. I think it was. It was something that came out in one of those reports. Guys, let me know if my memory is close to being correct or not.
All right. So Maxine Waters was the congresswoman who did the report. Revealed that DTCC waived $9.7 billion in the morning of January 28th. Fucking unbelievable. 2021, spread out between 6 firms. Robinhood was 2.2 of the 9.7, which means 5 other CEOs were woken at 3 a.m. like Vlad with a massive margin call. 5 companies divided by the remainder 7.5, which is 1.5 billion each. Unbelievable.
This is why we can't have nice things, because they will bend the rules to protect themselves until they get caught or until it gets so bad that they have no way out, like 2008. And then there'll be one fall guy. There'll be one fall guy.
This is why we need to fix the rules of Congress. This cannot be allowed to continue. It cannot. We got to put our foot down. The Massalorian, yeah, and I put it on Webull with 1 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute. You do a stock if you want to focus on one and get a good picture. I think she was talking about the volume, possibly. Pio. Jordan says AMC probably lost the telemetry data to make movies like NASA did for the movementing. F says create your own league. So we have talked about that. Me and Tony are gonna do that. We're gonna get definitely get a fantasy football team league started up, and I think we're gonna try to pair up with either a subscriber or a channel member or someone to play with us, and then we're gonna try to get 10 or 12 creators and 10 or 12 subscribers / members or whatever you want to call it. My homeboys, I guess I'll say. So look forward to that. I think that should be fun. Rob Vita says, Tony, did you see the tanks guarding the Chinese banks? The government is not letting people get their money out. You didn't see that too?
I didn't see it, but I've been tracking those 4 banks that have been closed in China, the 4 rural banks that have been closed, they said, due to system upgrades since April and not letting anybody take their money out. It's not something I follow every day. Boss Blunt's is good at keeping everybody up to date on that on a daily basis, but clearly it would seem there are some liquidity problems in China, and they are not having it with people protesting. They've been hauling people to jail, and they've been telling them you can't stand out here and protest. But what are these poor people supposed to do? They got no money, and the banks hasn't letting them access their money. It's not every bank in China, at least not the last time I looked into it, but it was 4 fairly decent sized rural banks, and nobody should have to be dealing with that for weeks or days or months. It's ridiculous. It is indicative of the tip of the iceberg. You got to be watching China at least a little bit. It could be a catalyst for a global financial system meltdown.
So no one mentioned to you today that there were tanks on the street in China?
I wasn't watching the news. I was watching Wall Street all day.
Oh, okay.
Nope. No one mentioned it till you did. After, when we talked this afternoon.
Oh, that's right. You didn't know until this happened. That's right. You didn't know. That's right. But you said you knew about the banks. You knew about the banks.
Oh yeah, I've been following that since April, because everyone reports that all the banks in China are shut down. That's not quite true, but there are banks in China that are shut down and have been for months. That's a fact. And people are protesting, and they're getting hauled off to jail, and that is sick, and it's sad.
Yes. Yep.
And
John O'Connor says. Good.
I try and pay attention to China, because if the Chinese stock market melts down, that all of it, that will have some global repercussions.
Yeah, absolutely. John says, open-ended question. How do we fix Congress and their subsequent rules? So first thing is we have to vote all these people out, John, and then put in people who are actually going to follow their rules and the will of the people, by putting term limits on, by making it illegal to accept money from lobbyists. There are a million things that we need to do. There needs to be an overhaul when it comes to the stock market and what's going on with Congress. You need to be able to separate those two for conflicts of interest. And maybe this is the time that we need to make those changes, and they haven't been necessary in the past as much as they are needed now. Those changes need to be made now because retail is now a large part of the market, and they got to keep up with the times.
Someone, Silver Surfer has a good comment here, and I actually just learned this in the last week. He says some people have been waiting as long as 8 years for the apartments they have been paying for. I don't know if you knew this, Mass. I just learned it. That in China, when they start building the apartment and you put your money down, you have to start paying on it then, your monthly
Before it's
payment.
built. I heard. Yeah.
I didn't actually know that till recently. So of course these people are pissed. And then all these projects get delayed or halted. And then your bank gets shut down. You'd be pissed too. You'd be out there protesting too. And then you get hauled to jail. Welcome to communism, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. They're going to starve their people out. Jeff, the estimates for GDP that we're going to get at the end of August, I believe. We'll get that on July 28th from the Bureau of Labor. Bureau of Labor does GDP, right? Labor Bureau, I think.
I think it's called the Economic Council.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yep.
The one that says if we're in a recession or not.
I got homegirls too. I'll take a homegirl or a homeboy, either one.
I don't remember the exact name of it.
Okay. Let's see. Lou predicted that. Lou predicted a lot of things. Point a lot of things and say Lou predicted that. He said a lot of shit.
If I made 20 predictions a day, Mass, I bet I'd get 1 or 2 right in a year.
Maybe more than that. Maybe more. If you just made one in each of your videos that you release per day, I bet you get a couple right. Now times that by 5. We need term limits on senators. It would ease the corruption. Look out how their wealth grows in office. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. They're all corrupt. When you guys see the second half to the democracy video that I'm going to drop tomorrow morning, it'll make a lot more sense. So I mean, it's not new news, but seeing it on the chart really brings it to life. Liz Clayman's whistle. How you doing tonight, girl? No problem. No problem. Love me some Pantheon. No problem. Yes, we did. We found the answer to that, Robert. That is correct. Absolutely 100%. So remember that, guys, if you're thinking about DRSing with Froggy or whoever's pushing it these days, just take that into consideration. That's all. Melchizedek says, CSI, what kind of question is that? Liz Clayman, you don't have to ever be sorry in this channel. Where is CSI's channel? CSI, where's your channel, bro? I mean, where's your question or statement? You see CSI in here anyways?
He's not in my chat.
Okay. CSI, put it back up. I don't see your question or your answer, bro. Oh, good night, Angelina. Have a good night. Late to the party, says Ivan. Good evening, guys.
What's up, Ivan?
Just on time. Just on time. She leaves and I'm devastated, says Carl J.
Some of these comments have me cracking up, man.
Dino Mike, when March 3rd? 4 to 5 dentists agree. Yeah, we got some. I tell you, we got one of the best communities, I think, me and you. Honestly, I really do. Let's see. Yeah, people are upset.
Eric says, have you noticed when the option calls are off the charts with open interest, we never quite get there, but the next week we do. Yeah. I got burned last week on my AMC $16 strikes because they expired July 15th or whatever. But little did they know, Eric, I've got some September ones as well. So those are looking pretty.
Oh, yeah. Peter, where is that flag? Is that what's next to the handshake? Is that supposed to be a flag? Because I don't see that. It looks like it's like half. I can't tell what even it is. Help me out. Mud Puddle, what's going on, my friend? How you doing tonight? Home Run says moon soon. And CSI was saying, are we ready for the Moass? CSI, I've been ready, man, for months on months.
Can it be over by this week, please? Please.
So ready. Haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but Computershare just came out with new rules. Yeah, we just talked about them. So 3,500 is the new limit order amount. This just changed around 7 p.m. on 7/20/22. 214,748 was the previous maximum. Sorry. So yes, that is official. Dino Mike says humor keeps the mood light.
Are you saying that they're preparing for the Moass?
They must be. That's the only thing that can point to that possibly would be that they're ready for the Moass.
Or maybe they're just tired of apes putting in limit orders for 6969.69.
Possible. You never know. Never know. Tech. Oh, Cambodia. Wow, that's awesome, man. Hi, how are you? I had a roommate a long time ago from Vietnam. Long time ago. Good kid. Massalorian, I don't have a problem with elected officials day trading when they are out of season. Yeah, that's fine. I just don't want them implementing policy or being able to be swayed by big pharma, the military industrial complex, big tech, insurance, whoever. I just don't want them to be swayed. CSI,
good morning to Dan Spencer in the UK. What's up, Dan?
Morning, Dan. Morning. Maggie. Come on, Maggie. You know better than this. See what Maggie's saying? She wrote one more AMC squeeze.
Eric wants us to spice it up a little bit. Massalorian, you ready to do a shot?
Yes. Yeah, mine's empty. Should I just go grab another one? Yeah, I'm gonna grab another one. Hold on one sec.
I got to break the seal on this bottle.
Mud Puddle, we try not to get too fuddy over here, me and T. We try. All right, be right back.
Gotta drink some hater fuel here. Haters, be sure and screenshot this. Tony Denaro having a drink on camera. I'll wait for Massalorian. Headstock Harem, hope the squeeze happens this year. Please, Jesus. We all pray to baby Jesus. I'm with you, brother. If it could be over this week, my year would be made. GameStop and AMC both. And then we can just have fun going to invest in some good dividend stocks and gamble with a little bit of cryptos and other short squeeze plays. A little bit, just for fun, just to make the day interesting. But after vacation, right? Yuka Frita says, I had a limit order for 666 and Kenny G filled it. Will Ken Griffin ever go to jail? I doubt it. It depends. You know, if the whole thing blows up and they're able to trace it back to his company, someone's going to take the fall. When the thing blows up, the next time Wall Street blows up, someone always takes the fall. It's usually some low-level guy. They'll blame a rogue trader. A rogue trader was doing trades we didn't know about. This rogue department. Ken is lining people's pockets to make sure he never goes to jail. Have I ever been to Magnolia Beach? I have not. Where is that? What state, Mark? Why would a dividend be bullish? 8 Blazing says, I mean, generally investors, value investors consider stocks that pay regular dividends good companies to consider investing in. You got to have more than just a dividend. Ideally, what you're looking for is increasing revenues, increasing earnings, decreasing over time common shares of common stock, like the company's buying back. And dividends is one more thing that value investors look at. So the company paying dividends is usually indicative of having free cash and positive retained earnings. So a lot of reasons for it to be a bullish signal, but AMC is far away from having those debt covenants lifted or positive retained earnings. So we got a ways to go. Probably, I would say years, 5 years before AMC could pay a dividend. That's being generous. Steven says, how was the peanut butter whiskey? All gone, my friend. It was so good. All right.
Oh,
Mass.
yeah. Yes. Cheers.
Cheers. I had that. I had that in the freezer all day today. The Fireball, just in case we hit 18 today. But I owe my viewers 2 shots because we hit 17 twice and I wasn't on camera. My bad. John says, should I invest in GME? He's all in on AMC. Well, John, I have most of the 2 plays. I have a lot more in AMC than GameStop, but we've talked about the reasons why many, many times. It really just depends on which one gets a good catalyst first. Crapshoot for me to tell you one is going to go higher than the other or one will go first. I do think that both will go at the same time, but the one with the catalyst will go higher and faster. Mike says, do I need to borrow some money for decent whiskey? No, Mike. Scarlett likes Fireball on our pregame before we go out on weekends. And I already drank all the good stuff. So we're down to the Fireball now. Need to go shopping.
Yes. Cassius says, don't forget to help out a fellow ape with his channel. Super Steven Sunday slot is going to be lit, says Cassius. Eager 25 Square says, good evening, my friend. Good evening. How you doing tonight? Yucca says, the slippery nipple is layered cocktail. That's right. Bailey's Ice Cream and Buka. Who got the
Kenny
Buka?
Hernandez says, Kenny says, if you don't think AMC is going to be able to pay a dividend for 5 years, you have no faith in AMC. No, Kenny, I just actually spend a lot of days and man hours analyzing the financials, and I know how to look at them. That has nothing to do with faith. I can't whip up $5 billion of debt paid off overnight. I'm being realistic. You tell me a plan of where they can generate enough cash flow beyond their existing debt obligations to pay off $5 billion. I mean, their debt obligations go out till 2029. You tell me the plan and we'll have a talk about it. It's not my first rodeo. I'm just being realistic. That has nothing to do with the short squeeze paying a dividend. I'm talking about a gentleman's question. When could we pay a dividend? Not anytime soon. It has nothing to do with the short squeeze.
It's going to be a while. It's going to be a bit. Let's see here. MC, I just wrote you back a message. 24 the money says, come on, baby, come on. Did you guys hear YouTubers can now sell merchandise direct through Shopify? Not surprised, 24 the money. Anything to make a buck, I guess. GME is my only green stock right now. Says Frozen State Productions, how you doing tonight? But I own more AMC. Yeah, I think I just barely got back to green with GME overall. Yeah, no, I'm still not green yet. Actually, that's a lie. Liz Clayman says, "What kind of beer?" It's just, it's just light beer, Liz. I gotta watch my girly figure, you know.
Diaz and Pam both in the house. Did you say hi to them already? What's up, guys?
No, Pamela's here.
Gentlemen and ladies.
Oh, it's just Tony, not me.
Mark says, what if Highcroft finds a huge gold nugget? I keep on thinking, like, I'm waiting for the tweet from Diane, whatever her name is at Highcroft. You know how the Diamond Park in Arkansas, about once a year, they have a press release about somebody found a big old diamond. I think that they plant those diamonds so that they can get a press release once a year. Yeah. I think you're right. Highcroft will probably plant a big old gold nugget and say, we hit gold. Look at this nugget. Highcroft finds gold. For sure.
Imagine? You're right. They probably do. They probably do that. Yep, I bet. Let's see. Someone said, John O'Connor said, Tony, thank you. I'll start disappearing my investment into both of them. Must have been when I was going.
Yeah, I've been kind of spreading mine, depending on which one's dipping the most at the moment for additional purchases.
Dino Mike, the move, it's coming, man. It's coming. It's a lot of stuff to pack. I'm leaving as much as I can to the last minute. Like everything that's in front of me right now and everything's behind me. Trying to pull everything around that. Cookie Stains, good evening. And let's see. What?
Sufyan, he's asking me a leading question. Does retained earnings even matter? Not for a short squeeze, Sufyan. You know that.
Adrian, good evening, buddy. Diaz. What is up, my friend? Didn't AA say possibly 2023 for Divi? I don't remember him ever saying that. Andrew, I don't, honestly. Chat, does anyone remember AA speaking anything about that?
I mean, I just read through the debt covenants. You can go look at the latest quarterly report. I posted them all, screenshots of all of them in the Discord today. There's at least 3 of the bonds, the debt that we have that have dividend restrictions on them. So, and the latest one is not going to be paid off till 2029. So I don't know how he could have said 2023. It's all there for you guys to go read. Way down, find the debt, and then go read the paragraphs underneath it.
Dino Mike says Uzo is welfare Zambuca. Yes, it is. I agree with that. Unless you get it from Lesbos. If you get it from Lesbos, that's the real stuff. Let's see. Feels like AMC and GME are going to go higher. I hope so. Home run plays. Bliss, good evening. How you doing tonight? Let's see. Pam, you're never late. You just get here when you get here. It's Pam time.
She's on West Coast time. Yeah, still early.
Yes. Pushing with Powder says still in the green. Congrats, man. Good for you, bro. I know I bought some on the way up, both with AMC and GME, so that threw my cost average way off. Way off. Oh, now I got it. See, I got a high. I got a wave. Thank you, Pam. Did you see this? Yeah, I love it. Beautiful. Walt says, like and subscribe if you like the content. On the contrary, take that thumb down and shove it deep you know where and get the Frank out of here. Good stuff.
Thank you. Thank you, Raul. If Raul's watching, thank you for sending me the link for the Computershare stuff. The new maximum limit order change.
3,500.
Yeah, someone sent me the link. I appreciate that.
Rachel mentioned earlier that Pantheon did a great video tonight, and she's saying on the dividend, I'm assuming for GME, watch Pantheon's video, she said. So guys, if you want to get in on some good Pantheon info, go check it out. Red Star says, Tony, are you going to be doing more with e-commerce?
Am I going to be doing what?
Hang on. Is Tony going deeper on the e-commerce?
Every day there's so many different videos that I have started and due diligence going on and other topics that I would like to talk about than AMC. If this damn thing would ever end, we're going to get into all of that. But every day that I want to, let's just take a day and talk about a different topic. Something new comes up, or you know how it goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like this play to be over by Friday, so we can start talking about other ways to make money.
I would love to have a long conversation about Palantir and their role in Bilderberg and WEF. I would just love to go and do a 2-hour live stream, just going into all that information. I am ready for this thing to be done. Yeah, the people, whoever is out there right now, I know you did, Pam. Whoever is out there right now, just lost my thought. Damn it. Forget it.
Have another drink, you'll remember.
No, that won't help. I need a nap. That's what I need.
Do you gotta work tomorrow?
No, I gotta pack tomorrow. Pack, and then I gotta go down to the place. I actually just finished the design of the wall. You want to see a picture of the partition wall? Well,
yeah,
design?
I thought you already built it.
It's built. It's framed. It's framed and blue boarded. Now I just have to make the cuts for electrical outlets, do all those measurements. I'm gonna put like an on-air sign. I'm gonna take that thing behind me and put it outside the wall. So when you come in the front door, you'll be able to see if I'm recording. So you'll know if that light's on. You gotta be quiet, right? Yes, pushing with powder said Pam distracted him. She did. She threw me off. I was butthurt.
Lose boobs. There's one for each of us, Massalorian. On that note, here's my second shot that I owe you guys. I know they're going to say in the morning, they're going to tell me if I go live. That didn't count. You did it at night.
If we get to 18 tomorrow, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
If I got a what?
If we get to 18 tomorrow, is that the deal? If we hit 18 and held it?
Yeah, my next price target, my next shot call is 18.
Gotcha.
You know, it's been like 6 months since we've had any shot call targets. So
yeah, it's been a little bit.
The haters are chomping at the bits, like that, or is it chomping at the bit?
Chomping at the bit, I think, not plural. Yeah, I think it's bit. Switch to wine, says Gorilla Gardener. I love me some wine. I'm gonna pop a big bottle once I'm done with this move. That's for sure. Let's see. We all came in together. Oh, everyone came over from Pantheon's live stream. Gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I had no idea Pantheon was live streaming. I probably wouldn't have scheduled it if I knew Pantheon was live streaming. It's going, Pam. It's a lot of work. There's a lot to be done. It's just I wish I had more time. That's all. Gaspirino, AMC Machine says Gaspirino versus Cramer. Who annoys you guys more? You know, Cramer to me is I just can't believe what he did in 2008, and there's still people on here listening to this guy give financial advice in a tumultuous market. He seems like one of the more emotional traders, if I had to guess. You know?
Gasparino or Cramer?
Yeah. No, Cramer. I mean, remember in that video, the conspiracy for Wall Street, and Cramer was in that interview saying, yeah, of course we naked short. I mean, laughing about it. And now he's on national television still with a platform like that saying that we're a bunch of gamblers and we should get out before we get hurt.
I think he seems a little bit bipolar, honestly. I mean, I hate to diagnose someone over TV, but
yeah, that he's got some issues, some head issues. It's possible. Adrian, any good jokes tonight? We need some jokes. Phil McCracken, good evening. How you doing tonight? A-Rod Money, what are your thoughts on the GameStop NFT post about synthetic nightmares? Have not seen that, A-Rod.
That's what I was just pulling up while I'm, if you're thinking I'm distracted, I was pulling it up. You can put it up on the screen.
Please.
I'm done with trying to read meaning into tweets, but if you want to see what it says, synthetic nightmares straight from the void. Come face your inner darkness with @ tombstones and UFOs at GameStop.nft.
That's the Twitter handle is GameStop.nft.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that the actual? So what is that? What is that account?
It's GameStop's account for their NFT marketplace. But since the word synthetic is in there, people kind of like Al saw the word squeeze in a tweet. It becomes if you see a word, it's kind of like when you buy a Volkswagen, all of a sudden you see Volkswagens everywhere.
Or Jeep Wrangler.
Yep. Just because they use the word synthetic doesn't necessarily mean anything. I'm done trying to decode tweets. Nobody has been right about a single one in the past 2 years. So
yes.
When Pounce. All I want to know is when Pounce.
That's it. Speaking of which, Mike says, any idea what the Pounce will be?
What a
perfect
setup.
timing. Perfect timing, Mike. Right back at you. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Tony? I don't know if you've ever actually told me what you thought.
All right. All right. If you don't like reality, plug your ears, but it's not going to be that bad. In my worst case scenario, Adam Aron thinks a Pounce is paying off $72.5 million of debt. I told Adam Aron, and I told you guys, it better not be something ridiculous and traditional, like paying off debt or moving popcorn in the grocery stores from December to August. I don't want to hear that nonsense. However, I do think that Adam Aron is a very traditional Wall Street guy. And in his mind, that might be a Pounce. And that's not an ape Pounce, Adam. So please, for the love of God, for the love of everything that's holy, let that not be it. That's all I can say. We're expecting a lot more. We're expecting something big. We're expecting something that catches the hedge funds off guard, the unknown catalyst. I don't know what he wants, what he plans for the Pounce. I pray that it's not him crowing for 5 minutes about paying off $72 million in debt. I will literally probably throw my monitor on the floor.
Yeah.
If I listen to that call and he talks about that, or told you shorts that we were going to pounce $72 million paid off early with a 31% discount. I will literally punch him in the face through my camera.
I can't afford to lose another monitor, so whatever's going on, make sure you got me with my hands behind my back. Actually handcuffed, unlike AOC and Elon.
We love you, Adam Aron. Give us a real Pounce, my friend.
Yes. Aaliyah, good evening. How you doing tonight? Let's see. Mass, can you put that chapstick on again? Let's see. Nick YD says, and Adrian, I don't know what the 12 Kings are. What is that, bro? I have no idea. Best thing that has happened so far is the knowledge I've acquired due to honest guys like you two. Average down this whole time while prices below. Nick, I'm glad, man. I'm glad you got to get your cost average down. And hopefully you can fucking capitalize on that very soon, my friend. But good job on doing that, man. The people who stuck in there and got in high and cost average, I mean, like, you know, do you think Father has been doing that this whole time? Probably not. Probably not. Trying to get he could have had his cost average down to where we're at right now, probably $17 if he had hung around instead of being an idiot.
Can you put up Harold's comment?
Harold,
a non-AMC question, which we're happy to take.
Sure. 1 second. Harold. Coming for you, Harold. Pam, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Harold
you just threw me off.
Harold's asking, are you guys fans of any of the EV companies, not Tesla, or any of the battery EV charging station companies, without mentioning any? I'll mention a couple.
I will too.
Yes, I'm a big fan of selling the picks and shovels, my friend. I like the charging companies, EVgo, ChargePoint. Tesla is a dominator in the EV field, in the EV segment. They've got 70+% market share. All the rest are crapshoots. Spread your bets out. Don't fall in love with one. My prediction, Fact check me. In 5 years, like 50% of them will be gone, wiped off the face of the earth.
Agreed.
Stick around for 5 years and we'll see. But yeah, I mean, there will be a couple EV companies that make it. I can't right now pick which ones will. Tesla's already ahead of the game. The rest are playing catch up.
I have
EV's the future.
Yes.
EV's the future, right?
Backed by nuclear. I don't know what's going to provide the electricity for all these charging stations. I don't know where you're getting electricity from. Not wind farms. That's for damn sure.
Well, Biden will.
Best of luck with
Biden's going to spend like $3 trillion to set up a charging infrastructure and upgrade the grid.
Yes. I heard the Secretary of Transportation the other day say, the more pressure we put and gas going up, the faster people will buy electric cars.
You know, just speaking as a Texan, where we're getting daily warnings about don't use electricity because you're going to fucking shut the whole state down. I shudder at the thought of everybody having 100% electric vehicles right now.
It's
like we're worried about our state shutting down because of air conditioning. Can you imagine if hundreds of millions of people, tens of millions, whatever, were also plugging in their cars to charge them? Come on, man.
Yeah, you would be Germany right now. You would be Germany begging for fossil fuels. Begging. We're going down the wrong road.
We're going political. I better change this topic. Charging stations, I love them. Much lower risk. Lower risk overall for your money to invest in charging station companies. You always want to provide the shovel, the pick, old gold mine reference.
Those are the guys who made money. The general store guys.
We're going to need millions of new charging stations.
Yeah. And I'll just throw in my 2 cents. My third biggest position I have is ChargePoint. So in my portfolio.
Eric says maybe Adam Aron's Pounce is bouncing out as CEO. Eric, are you drinking? Are you having shots with us, Eric?
Nuclear power says 24 in the money is the only way. Exactly, bro. I'm well aware of this. I've dove into this subject matter many a times, and nuclear is the only way that this is going to happen. We can support an EV grid, but what?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you keep up with the Disney cruise lines at all? Since you're a Disney Star Wars fan, are you aware of the new Star Wars themed cruise ship?
Yes. The hotel or the ship?
The ship.
The boat. You're saying boat?
Yeah, and they have a bar that's like set up as like some Star Wars themed bar.
Oh, really? No, I didn't know they had a ship.
I'm just wondering because someone talked about Adam Aron, like, maybe the Pounce is gold dust sprinkled popcorn. They have like I don't know what it is. You can Google it real quick while I'm talking. They have like a $10,000 drink.
Oh, I've seen that
Disney cruise ship.
I know that.
Can you imagine if Adam Aron? What if Adam Aron sold $1,000 popcorn and apes bought it because it had Highcroft Mining gold sprinkled on top? That could be the Pounce.
Now that you say that, what if it was something to do with the gold mines? You think? Is it possible? Because that would really be a big catalyst for us if they're like, oh, we just hit a vein with 16 tons of gold in it.
There'd be some apes on Twitter like, got my $1,000 popcorn, click, and posting their screenshots.
Taking selfies with that golden popcorn.
Go get yours. Are you a true ape? If you're not an ape, if you didn't buy the $1,000 popcorn.
Yeah, right.
Highcroft
People
Mining.
getting called out. I know. Did we see Boss's tweet? Andrew says, did we see Boss's tweet regarding the 7250? Said Divi could be possible if AMC merges with HYMC. Merges? And 7250 is what? That would be the new all-time high? Is that why that number is considered relevant? I'm assuming. Mary Barra at GM says it will surpass Tesla by 2025. Bold claim. That is a bold claim, Daniel Mike. Carl J says during the gold rush, this is great. A lady saying apple pies made millions of dollars. Yeah. Yeah, it was the brothels and the bars and the gambling halls that made all the money out there. Those are the guys that all came home paid. Not everybody came home with gold, but everybody that went out there set up a business made money. Tatiana, good night. Have a good evening. Love you too. Have a good night.
I'm going to say, with much love to my brothers who I respect and admire, Boss Blunts and Bigums, and anyone that tweeted about the debt being paid back and dividends. Guys, just read the latest quarterly statement. It's all right there. There are debt that is not going to be paid back till 2029 to the tune of $2.5 billion. That has that has dividend restrictions on it. We don't need to like tweet a bunch of hopium out. It's all right there. It takes 5 minutes to go look it up, and I encourage you guys to go look it up yourself. It's in every quarterly update from the company and the annual reports about the debt, the dividend restrictions. We have $2.5 billion minimum to pay off before dividends, any sort of dividend, including NFTs, according to Adam Aron's very strict interpretation of it, which I may or may not agree with. It doesn't matter. It only matters what he thinks.
At the end of the day, yes.
Now back to the gold layered popcorn.
Yeah, let's get on that. Let's get on that.
I would fucking do that just for the opportunity, because I'm never going to do a Disney cruise.
No. And I don't know, Tony, you might be on something I don't know, but so they have a hotel at Walt Disney World and Disneyland that is, the interior, I would say, is set up like a cruise ship, right? You're supposed to be in a spaceship, but it's on the ground in Disneyland. And they have a $10,000 drink. Yeah.
I thought it was on a cruise ship.
No, it's on the ground. It's on the ground.
I know. Okay, my bad.
It's $6,000 to go to for the weekend. For like
I watched like 6 videos of the same bartender making drinks and like promoting that place. I thought it was a cruise ship.
No, that's actually in the park, right next to the Star Wars section of the park itself.
Okay, well, thank you. You learn something new every day. It looks amazing. I will never buy it.
No, for $6,000. That's
nuts. If I next time I'm on vacation at Disney hotel with a sheik from Saudi Arabia, we're gonna throw down on that drink though.
Yeah, right. That's with the they got the frost coming out, not the frost, dry ice.
I mean, they were the ones drinking it in the YouTube videos I watched. Like, I mean, these guys look like they could afford $10,000 drinks.
Yeah, I think it's all about the container. That container that it comes in is this like hyper piece of nostalgia from Star Wars.
Dry ice. It's just dry ice.
I know that. I got that part of it. I got that part, Tony.
That's like smoke comes out when you open the door. Wow.
Do you remember the Rio Hotel in Vegas? The Rio?
Yeah.
They used to have a drink that they put dry ice. I think it was called like Witch's Brew or something like that. It was a huge, like came in like a scorpion bowl with dry ice in the middle. Oh man, it was like $40 for the drink. I remember. You could only get it on the rooftop patio.
Jeffrey Roca in the house. What's up,
Jeff? How you doing tonight? Maggie, that's a good question about the AMC NFT. Let's see. What's she looking? What's Maggie saying? Liz says golden in tech we love. That would be amazing. What are you laughing at?
Eric's comment to you.
What did he say? Son of a bitch. What did he say?
I'm not gonna read it.
Is it that bad? All right, let's see here. May I suggest? Hang on here. I suggest a good movie to you called Out of the Furnace, starring Christian Bale. The acting in that movie is absolutely amazing. Out of the Furnace. What the heck is that about?
He skipped right over Eric's comment. Sorry, Eric. He's purposely not reading it.
No,
Davey
I'm not. I didn't see it.
Davey S says that bar is on a cruise ship called the Wish. Maybe it's in both.
Oh, maybe. They do. I know Disney has cruise ships. I didn't know they had a Star Wars themed whole cruise ship.
Space
I feel
Monkey
like I would
says,
know
what do you
about
guys
that.
think about other memes in the retail basket? I'm going to say what I said earlier at the beginning of this broadcast. They all have potential, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm not talking about those stocks anymore.
Which ones? What, like Sundial and stuff?
Any other meme stock with bad fundamentals? Because, well,
yeah,
we already went through it. Not going to repeat.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it a million times, right? The good thing about GME and AMC, and that's great for all of us that are holding right now, is that our fundamentals are getting better. A lot of these other plays, what?
GME's fundamentals aren't getting better.
That's true. Our catalysts, we actually have catalysts for GME, and AMC's fundamentals are getting better. My bad.
GME,
right.
we're in bed with Ryan Cohen. That's it.
Totally. Yeah, that's totally. Yeah, it all lays on his shoulders. We need him to pull something out of his arse. Micah says, hope all is going well with you guys. Shout out to every single one of you in this AMC GME play. Together we'll make a difference to grab market world hodl and get ready for takeoff. Micah, yeah, I think the big changes will come after I think when this is over, that's when we'll see change. Then we'll be in a position where we can do more. We'll have money. We'll be able to travel places, do all kinds of stuff. There's just going to be a lot of doors that will open, especially, I think, with this new Congress coming in. I hope so.
Old chat going back all the way to Broke Ape. Could you guys explain what was the glitch at market close today on AMC? Froggy Styles calls those crime candles.
Glitches.
Glitches. What?
Glitches. He calls them glitches.
Yeah, the glitches. He calls them crime candles, right? I don't know that anyone's figured out exactly why, and Dave Lauer has not answered my question. So as far as I know, no one's exactly figured out the why. That's for Broke Ape. But we are interested. I'm only mildly interested. It's not something I'm looking into because the volume is minuscule. So for that reason, I'm in the don't care crowd.
Maggie said, why do you guys think, Maggie, thank you so much. Why do you think the new NFT bears a Highcroft on it? Because they did the AMC one already, Maggie, right? So, we bought a bunch of, what do we buy? Like 20% of the company, right? You got an answer for that?
I've got a very cynical view.
Go ahead.
This is just me being common sense and trying to read Adam Aron's mind. They need more dilution. They need money. Let's be realistic. They need money to build out the leaching facility and do more exploration. And they want to hype you up to get you to buy the stock as they do the dilution. I'm sorry for being cynical, but that's what I think. I still own Highcroft. I still think it's fine for a 5 or 10 year time frame if they find gold in the ground, not just a survey that says potential. I have no problem if you buy Highcroft. I just bought at $1 after waiting 4 months. But they are using Adam Aron's leverage on you, his relationship with you as retail, to hype you up and get you interested in Highcroft. That's it. As long as you know that, you still willingly buy it, buy away. That's what I think.
Yep.
That's what I think. And I still bought at $1 and I'll buy again at 50 cents. If it falls. Why do I say if? Look at the chart. Look at the chart, the historical recent low. I'm not predicting the future. Sorry.
Pounce to Adam Aron means more Nicole Kidman AMC commercials, Mike. I hope the hell not. I might have to take him out if he does that. Let's see. Hey, remember? Yeah, I was thinking about that this morning, Jeff. Yeah, I was thinking about that this morning. Harry Parrott, good evening. How you doing tonight? Says GME NFTs making over 1 million after the first day isn't a good fundamental. Really? Is that how much they got today from NFTs? Hey,
How much?
That. 1 million on the first day?
I mean, I saw someone post a chart. The first day was like this, and then it went
and then down.
Yeah, straight down. I haven't been tracking it. I just saw someone post the daily revenues, and it was like it looked like a short squeeze up, and then I don't know. I'm just saying what I saw. I haven't looked into it.
All right, get here. Paper Tiger, how you doing tonight, man? Ask Fidelity about those crime candles, he says. At the end of the day. You know what? I should do that. These guys are right down the street from me. Just go kick the door in. Imagine. Let's see. Great name change, Pam. She changed her name? What's going on here? I hope the momentum. Eager to squeeze says, how you doing tonight, man? Says, I hope the momentum till Friday is we close above 50, close above $20. Eager to squeeze. Yep, that'd be a nice, good psychological number. Absolutely. Let's test that, get up and over it, and hold it. All three. I want all three.
Can you just turn your hat sideways to the right for a second for Eric?
For a rally cap?
All right. Moass confirmed. Well, a run-up for tomorrow confirmed. Take your screenshots now.
I feel like Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern show. Trying to get these headphones on.
All right. Going back to normal in 3, 2, 1.
It's like turning a switch.
That was it. You've got your squeeze signal, Eric. He said for 5 minutes, but no, I'm not doing 5 minutes, bro.
5 minutes what? AMC machine. You can't be common sense, Tony. You can't be common sense, Tony. I don't suppose either of you guys know if Cash App is payment for order flow. I don't. AMC machine. I have Cash App, but not for trading. But I would contact them, man, to get a definite answer. I would contact them to ask.
I'm sure it's available on the Googles.
Yeah, or there. Mark says yes, more Kidman. No more Kidman.
I just Googled it. It says June 3rd, 2022. We may receive a portion of the payment for order flow earned by our partner Drive Wealth. So it would seem so, but I'm not going to read all the article.
Greg says, when does the GME split happen? I have 5 shares of GME, and I want that to be 20. What's that date again, Tony? 24?
When the split?
Yeah.
When you wake up on Friday, you'll be split. Friday. And I said I was going to buy some yesterday, and the price keeps going up. So, whatever it is tomorrow, I'm going to buy some because I just want to. There's not that many times I've paid attention to stock splits versus stock split dividend. And there's people that think that if you buy after the date of record, you won't get the split. I'm going to buy 1 share extra tomorrow, whatever the price is, just to report back. I'll do it on a totally separate brokerage, so they won't know if I own GameStop or not. I will let you know on Friday if I got the split, because some people think that the date of record means you won't get the split. Although my due diligence says that the split rights transfer with any shares that you buy. So I should still get it. I'm not worried about it. But But for science, I'm going to buy 1 share in a different brokerage account tomorrow.
For experiment. Let's see. Dino Mike, remember him, bro?
Oh, wait.
Crazy.
Someone said tomorrow, the 21st. I was thinking Friday was the 21st. What day is today?
Today's the 21st.
It is the 21st.
It just became the 21st. Thursday.
Fuck, I should have bought today. Yeah, it's the 21st is a split day.
Well, I'm sure we'll be up till then talking anyways by the time pre-market opens.
I don't know why in my head I was thinking it was on Friday. Some bitch. Yeah.
Oh.
You'll know tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. Hosmer says, I got 11 GME shares. I'm pretty excited to see my GME shares go up, LOL. Yeah, everyone's going to wake up Friday morning with a whole bunch more GME shares than you have when you went to sleep.
Tomorrow morning.
Sorry. Shit, yeah, I keep forgetting. Yep.
Look at that. See, I do make mistakes, Massalorian.
Hey, happens to the best of us, man. Don't worry about it. Jeff W. says,
I knew it was the 21st, but I thought the 21st was Friday. What a dumbass.
Jeff W. says, will they take the buy button off on AMC if it gets too volatile? Yes, Jeff. Automatically, right? We'll get volatility halts depending on how much we move, how much percent. But other than that, the SEC was very clear in their GameStop report that they are going to reassess the amount or where they are going to be able to intervene in out of control stocks again. Remember that? So just keep that in the back of your mind. They have already thought about this, what they're going to do the next time something like GME happens. So anything is possible. Be ready for anything. OC Hitter says, you think it's possible that AMC would buy up the float of HYMC and Volkswagen? What? Could possible AMC buys up the float of HYMC and VW squeezes HYMC? What am I missing with VW? Felly told me I can buy more shares, but Maggie says she was going to buy some more today, but Fidelity told her that she can't buy shares. She won't get the additional shares. That was today, Maggie? I didn't try to buy on Fidelity today. Did you?
No, I was going to buy the day before the split or 2 days before the split. And in my brain, my little lizard brain, I was thinking it was Friday. So shit.
Oh, the 2008 Volkswagen squeeze?
No, the GameStop.
No, I know. People in the chat, someone was saying, well, is it possible they buy up all of Highcroft Mining to try to squeeze it like VW did with Ferrari there, right? Or whoever it was.
It would only cost them 197 million, but I mean, why would they do that?
Yes, I know, Mike. Yeah. Pushing with Powder says, technically, oh yeah, Lizzie, you're still on the 20th, right? Yeah, I just turned. Yeah, Tony, you're still on the 20th right now.
In age?
No, the date. It's the 20th where you are.
Oh, yeah, I thought you meant age. I was like 120th maybe. But I don't know why people keep on thinking Highcroft is the short squeeze. The short interest is 5%. There's no short squeeze happening on Highcroft.
Yeah, remember all the factors we talked about on Friday night, guys, about all the things we need in order to short squeeze a stock.
I saw people talking about it on Twitter and in other places today. Like, we need to short squeeze Highcroft. It's not going to happen. There's no short interest really on Highcroft, and there's more dilution coming.
Yeah, don't forget about that. Mike Mills says Fidelity rep confirmed it. If you buy 1 share of GME on Wednesday or Thursday, you will have 4 GME shares in your account on Friday if you don't sell. Okay, so
that's what I was told by multiple people, that it wouldn't matter when you bought it. But obviously Maggie got a different answer. So maybe it depends on who you talk to. We'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow. There'll be people that tweet, I bought yesterday and didn't get the split, or I bought yesterday and I did. I failed. I failed in my
It'll be all over
job.
Reddit. Give it a couple hours. Porsche, thank you. OC hitters, not Ferrari. Thank you, man. Adrian says, I believe today was the last day to take advantage. Adrian, you have Fidelity, or are you somewhere else, bro? Let's see. Holding out on Goodwill. The stock dividend will be distributed after market. After market closes on Thursday. That's what I thought we assumed, right?
Oh, so maybe I am right. Maybe I still can buy tomorrow. Damn it, you guys are confusing me now.
That's what I think so, Tony. I was just hoping it was going to come down before today, honestly. I'd be able to get it at a better price. Broke Ape, have a good night, man. After the market closes on July 21st. So that would be today. So tomorrow,
today's the 20th. The new shares will be issued to shareholders of record at market close on Thursday, July 21st.
That's the end of the day today.
All right. That's it. I'm buying tomorrow.
Yes. I'm buying today. You're buying tomorrow.
The next sentence, it says the cutoff date to be a shareholder of record is Monday, July 18th. Right? This is why everybody's confused, right? Because the press notice clearly says you must be a shareholder of record by July 18th. However, I've read multiple places that stock split rights transfer even if you buy after the date of record. Does that make sense?
Sounds like it. Yeah, I think. What
I'm
part are
buying
you
tomorrow,
questioning?
guys. I'm buying tomorrow, and I will let you know on Friday.
I thought we had till the end of the day today, and then whatever you purchased by the time at the end of the day today, you would have in your account tomorrow morning. It would all be switched over, and we would have new numbers starting tomorrow morning, the 22nd.
Oh, wait. The new shares will be issued to shareholders of record at market close on Thursday. So it's not splitting tomorrow until end of business. I'm buying tomorrow. That's it. I'm buying tomorrow.
We got all kinds of people confused.
It is very confusing. I mean, I mentioned on Twitter that I was going to buy some before the split, and people, what are you trying to prove, Denaro? I just want to know. I don't know. Like, it's very confusing.
Is it okay
right?
that I'm wondering?
I want to do an experiment. That's my nature. I like to experiment through personal experience. I'm going to buy and find out. If I don't get 3 shares, you can all laugh at me. It's fine. It's not the end of the world.
What's crazy is it's actually really easy to earn money when you know how to, but the problem is they don't teach or educate people on how to do so, said Adrian. Kiwi Girl says, Friday it will be 1-for-1 GME. Yes. After whatever you have has been split. Yes, that's correct, Kiwi Girl. 1-for-1.
4-for-1, right?
4-for-1. Yeah, yeah. After Friday it will be 1-for-1, right? After Friday. Right?
When you wake up on Friday, however many shares you have, multiply times 4.
By 4. Right. So after that, it's going to go back to 1-to-1. Is that what Kiwi Girl's saying here? We're going back to 1-to-1. We're not splitting anymore, I guess. Okay. Everyone will get them only if Oprah is handing them out. Good point, Mark. That's probably true. You're getting a dividend. You're getting a dividend. You're getting a dividend.
Casey Shaw says, Fidelity said your newly owned shares tomorrow will have purchased you the rights to the shares. Yeah, that's what I read in all my 1,000 pages of due diligence reading, Casey. That stock split rights transfer even if you buy after the date of record, which was July 18th. Because there were still people saying, make sure you buy before July 18th. If that was the case, no one would be buying GameStop between the 18th and 21st, right?
That's what you would think. We would see no price action right now at all. I mean, if we're climbing, people are got to be buying. There's more buying pressure right now. We're moving up.
You're going to be fine. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be okay.
Today is the 20th, says Spock here. Depends on what time zone you were in, my man. I am in the 21st right now. I've already crossed over. Mike says a lot of pissed off people. Oh, they don't teach us that in school. Yeah, Adrian. For hell's no. Yeah, guys, take that screenshot if you want. Don't hesitate to do that just to make sure everything is right when you wake up Friday morning. I would absolutely do that. It's going to take 2 seconds. And, you know, it's not going to, it's going to take 2 seconds. I would do it just to cover your ass.
I'm coming up on about 3 minutes to my time limit for this evening. If I plan on waking up at 5:36 in the morning,
I got to do the same.
If you guys have any final questions for me, now's your T-3 warning.
Hold on a second. Tech We Love says, it makes no sense why, if you bought at 160, your stock would drop by 4 times the value down to 40. Yeah, everyone that's in before the split happens is going to get the split, right? Tech We Love, you got that, right? Yeah. Everyone.
I've never heard in my life of someone say they didn't get a split.
Me neither. I mean, I haven't been through a ton of them, but you know, I haven't invested in a bunch of companies that have split on me, so I don't have a ton of experience with that. 21st market close, you're good, Raven. Casey Shaw, what's up for my friend? Casey Shaw has been confirmed, by the way, for Amazon's The Rings of Power. I saw that in Variety Magazine yesterday. Congratulations, Casey. I think you're correct, Tony. Fidelity said that your newly owned shares tomorrow will have purchased you the rights to the shares due to that original date.
Jay Finn says, are you sure the dividend and the split aren't 2 different events? You should know this. I mean, I don't know how many more videos I could do on that
we
topic.
didn't talk about that. We didn't talk about that.
You're being sarcastic, right?
Yes, 100%. Well, fractional shares.
I've put tweets out. I've put since July 6th, I think, tweets, community tab post, and several videos. I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen. I'm also pretty sure that I'm the only one with this position, and everyone disagrees with me, and that's cool. And we'll all find out in the next couple days.
I can just say that I know Tony did the running around to call the different people that he needed to. I can vouch for that.
Stock split is still bullish as long as people keep buying. Whatever scenario you want to create, it's still a bullish event as long as people keep buying.
Ready for Moass says, will fractional shares be increased by 4 times? So if I have a half a share, will I now have, I have 2 shares after split.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know I read that, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. I think not. I think not.
That's a good question. Anybody know in the chat? I don't know, because fractional shares, you know, I haven't really played that much with fractional shares. I just buy the effing share if I got the money. You know, if I don't have the money, I'm not going to buy a piece of something. Give me the whole thing. Let's see. Anybody put in here? Ledger Nano X is legit. That's what I use. Mark says AA giving out free ICs to AMC Investor Connect members. This is probably the Moass catalyst. That's possible. Could have something to do with that. Kiwi Girl says, yes, fractional shares will increase 4 times.
Deep Sixer says, if I remember correctly, fractional shares get cash instead of shares. That is what I remember reading, Deep Sixer. What I remember reading is that if you have a fractional share, they will pay you in cash. I've slept since then, but I do remember reading that. I just don't want to go on record saying that for sure 100%, but I do remember reading something like that.
And dividend amount may only be enough to buy a fractional share, which is credited to the investor's account. If a stock experiences a forward stock split, you'll receive the relevant amount of fractional shares. For example, if you own 2.5 shares of Meow valued at $10 per share, and Meow experiences a 2-for-1 split, you will now own 5 shares at $5 per share.
All right. All of you who have fractional shares, let us know on Friday, please. All right. I'm going to call it a night.
Yes, me
3
too.
hours.
Me too, guys.
I was going to say, if you guys want to talk about me, Mass might be staying on longer. But thank you. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us. Good chat. And good to have a little drinky drink. I know KC, I heard KC on his live stream saying he's trying to cut back. We ain't cutting back shit on this channel.
I was listening to him earlier. Yeah.
KC, I'll carry the weight for you. Got to give the haters something to love. At any rate, guys, appreciate you. And, you know, depending on what it looks like in the morning tomorrow, I'll either be on live or I won't. So if I'm not on live, I'll be in Discord.
There you go.
Massalorian, thank you.
Yes, sir. Let me say, yes, sir. Let me say thank you to some people. Adrian, who was Diaz. Let's see, Pam, Liz Clayman. Want to make sure I get all the mods and all the creators who stopped by. Common Sense, Casey Shaw, John Wickensniping, Boss Blunts, Chad Clifford. Who am I missing?
Phil for real, Tindy time.
Phil for real, Tindy time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Am I missing any?
CSI stopped in, didn't he?
I got CSI. I got CSI. Yep, I said
you
CSI.
left out Eric Bissell.
Eric Bissell. I'll get him in for you, T. I know. All right, guys. Yeah. So thank you to everyone, and thanks for everyone who helped to keep us paying our bills, the ones that we've incurred since we've taken on this responsibility. So we love all you guys. Thank you guys so much. My mods, everyone, Tony, you're the best, man. Love you. You guys have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Love you guys too. Take care.